and party and bullshit and party. 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 Hugs from the honeys, pounds from the roughnecks. See my man say that I knew from the projects. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my piece. Short dude, 222s in my shoes. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roman Strom, see what the honeys is about. Moet poppin', ho poppin', ain't no stoppin'. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gat? It ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you're scared just a poster. Nigga, I toast you. Put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before it even starts. Is he drunk off a Henny and skunk? On some brand new and shit, beating down punk? Bitches in the back looking righteous. In a tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Once in rotation, my man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and we're smoking, drinking, got the hooker thinking. If money smell bad, then this nigga big and stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, bought a Heineken. Niggas start to low down like kids out, choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out. Can't we just all get along so I can put stickies on her chest like little Sean? Get a pissy drunk off a Dom Perignon, and it's on, and I'm gone.
And I'm gone, and I'm gone, but I just got here. Penny, we just got here. Penny, we just got here. Hi. Aw, welcome everybody. Welcome back to the Wingnut Roundup. This time for August of 2024. We made it all the way to the end of summer, sort of. Summer doesn't really end until the end of September here in the valley of Oregon, near Eugene, Oregon. But Penny is my co-host today because I'm flying solo. No wife to give me bathroom breaks. We're off to a fantastic goddamn start. Amazing. How's everybody doing out there? Are you feeling fantastic and good? I hope you've been having an amazing month. I have had a month. It's been a month. It's definitely been a month. I wouldn't say it's been bad. Hasn't necessarily been good either. The summer is a very, very busy time for me. Very hard to be able to get some stuff accomplished. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the Penelope Jolene holiday before we get it started. Also, because the promos that I make for the Wingnut Roundup don't stay public, I thought I should reiterate what I said in the promo right here at the start of the Roundup, so this will be preserved for posterity. Some of you may know, and some of you may not know, a certain YouTuber by the initials MP. They have quit. I've gotten many, many DMs, many emails, many comments on the Wingnut Roundup asking what happened to MP. Is MP okay? MP is fine. MP is great. And there's a reason why I'm saying MP, and that is because this person, unfortunately, is done. They're done. They're done with the internet to the point where they no longer want their content on the internet at all. Period. Done. Completely done. Why that is, not my place to say. But in the vacuum of the incredible content that this person created, and this person was one of the direct reasons why I even started with YouTube, I have been given permission by this person to recreate some of their material, and that is actually what I am working on right now. I've been working on it for the past 2.5 weeks or so. So that is kind of what I'm focused on. I had other projects that I really wanted to do, but I think it's pretty important. It's pretty important. This person made some incredible resources that people could use to help maybe pull some people out of wingnuttery. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's supposed to be all about? Now, with that being said, we'll dedicate the Wingnut Roundup for August of 2024 to the legendary YouTuber. I hope you had a chance to experience this content. If not, I hope I can do even a fraction of the job that they did moving into the future. So, salute to them. It was a sad day when I found that out.
Best wishes to MP, the other best debunker on YouTube. Thank you for getting permission to redo their content and keep the morons at bay.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate that, Dorothakutas. I will say, if for some reason you're one of those people out there who has a backup of some of MP's videos, please get a hold of me, jeff@jeffholiday.com, and let me know so I can get some of those resources. And then once those are delivered, delete them. Or just never release them on the internet. Because, that's their last wish for YouTube, is to just not be there anymore. So, it's sad. It's sad. All right. Well, I have curated a fantastic array of wingnuttery for us to enjoy this month. And I want to make sure that this one is really good, because next month is only going to be a half-Z. It's going to be a half-Z again, because I'm leaving halfway through September for my last tour of the year, and so I'm probably only going to be able to get about half the content. So we're going to make tonight a banger, an absolute banger. But before we do, I have to be a YouTuber just briefly. Sorry. Have to be a YouTuber. And this time, just pointing out my Patreon. Anybody who is signed up for the Patreon gets to help me vote in the polls of the next projects after the first one I'm going to start with. To cover MP's older material.
MP was one of the goats of debunkers. His videos on niche but super dangerous health quackery was super important. Black salve was one hell of a drug.
Ooh, the black salve one was so good. I made a video about it, but I feel like my video wasn't nearly as in-depth as theirs. If I can maybe dig up on the Wayback Machine some of the sources, I bet I could probably do a better video on it. That's a good idea. But if you're in the Patreon, you can help me collaboratively figure out which ones to cover and in order to try and build up that back catalog as best we can. So that is my one and only YouTuber shill moment for the stream. And other than that, we will get started. I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited, but I'm really stressed. So I have a lot of energy today. I don't know if you noticed last month on the Roundup, we had a great Roundup, but I was tired. I am super pumped today, and I hope that lasts for the next few days, because I'm also organizing and getting ready for a 6-day camping trip. So it's a lot. All right, let's get started with somebody who hasn't been on the Roundup in a long time, and I mean a long, long time. Long gone from YouTube, but has been thriving over on Rumble. Mr. Richie from fucking Boston. He's back, baby. Richie from Boston. Let's go.
So I went to my buddy's shop in Colorado Springs.
Colorado.
And one of my subscribers, actually two of them, to Richie from Boston, not Jailbreak, they both worked there. And I was so happy to hear one of them say to me, unprovoked, "Can you believe how hot the sun is?" And I said, yeah. It took me a while, but a few years ago.
Yeah, the sun's hot. It's a star.
While driving into Colorado, coincidentally, I was driving my old Land Cruiser, and I never ran the air conditioning in that thing. But as soon as I got to Colorado, the temperature on my phone, the temperature in my truck, and the temperature everywhere in the area said 70 degrees. Yet the sun was so hot coming through my windshield that I had to put the air conditioning on. So
Richie from Boston has learned about photonic heat transfer. Okay? That's kind of what happens. Richie, if it's 70 degrees and you're standing in the sun, it feels really hot. But even though it's 70 degrees, if you go in the shade, it's not as hot. Wow! Amazing! When did that happen? Who did that?
It really makes me ponder
Big thoughts.
what happened to our sun. Is it all the barium, strontium, and aluminum in front of the sun that make it appear to be white as opposed to yellow like it used to be? Because some people walking Earth right now have no idea the sun was always yellow and warm. Summertime was awesome. Summertime wasn't wildfires and, instead of plants wilting, falling from the stem in the fall when the summer is over, they just burn on the branches. They just burn. And that's because, I hate to bring this topic up, but again, I was the first one on YouTube to ever publish the patents from NASA and Bausch and Lomb.
Okay. So it's so sad. It's so sad to see this happen in real time. So, okay. There have always been wildfires, Richie. There's always been wildfires. You could say that one of the reasons why in this day and age, as opposed to when you were a younger person, that you are aware of these things more because we have a global news network at the touch of, like, literally in your pocket, right? Yeah, maybe. That has something. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking some shit. But also, you're so close because it's true. The climate is changing. There's a change in the climate. And there's a lot of evidence for this change of climate. What is that? I feel like there's a simpler way to say that. I don't know. It's escaping me right now. And that might be, the simplest answer is probably the right one. But you know what? It's probably something to do with NASA. NASA's just screwing with the sun. Probably.
Where they were talking about making a sun simulator, or they had a patent for making a sun simulator. So obviously, never mind.
Yeah.
They already made it because then they patented it. And the patent is still public and still open.
Yeah.
And now you've got all sorts of countries saying they're going to put a fake star. I mean, ITER. Everyone talks about CERN, but nobody talks about ITER.
ITER?
Because ITER is very, very hush-hush. There's so little information on it. It's incredible. But it is built on the same land that CERN is. It's directly south from CERN. I think it's 50 miles away.
Okay.
And they call it, what they say is, we're just building a neutron star on Earth.
Okay, first of all, big doubts. Simulating, maybe. Okay, maybe. But also, like, the whole concept of simulating a neutron star, maybe super tiny, small. It's not going to last very long. I mean, we're able to make awesome, wild chain reactions inside of these particle accelerators. They're just on, like, such a tiny scale that they don't last long, right? That's it. That's all it is. But really, I always have to wonder about the conspiratorial mind. They're like, oh, this is very hush-hush, but I know about it. I tend to think that there probably are things out there that are extremely hush-hush, and I'll never hear about them because they're hush-hush, because they're a secret. Either everything is a giant, dominating global conspiracy that is able to affect and manipulate and control the minds of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in order to maintain the conspiracy. Or the things that you hear about are only the things that you hear about, and the things that you will never know about, maybe they happen and maybe they don't. My reaction to this is very simple. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, Like, whatever. Have a drink. Chill the fuck out.
No kidding. So you're building a large tokamak, something that runs on electrical magnetism to keep the plasma that's spinning at a ridiculous speed inside it, which allegedly creates all this energy and chaos and other dimensions. Like, this thing goes wrong. the whole Earth goes up.
No.
The only safety device they have is to keep it. If the plasma that's inside the tokamak, the fake star, that's why I'm talking about this, comes in contact with the housing, okay? So that's like pouring water into a glass, and if the water hits the glass is going to blow up the entire Earth. It's a very similar thing.
No.
The only safeguard they have in place.
Okay, it's so stupid and so simple. Stars last as long as they do because they have fuel. There's a lot more fuel. There's more stuff in our sun than there is on Earth by a magnitude of blah, 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 like ridiculous amounts. We cannot just make a star and have like the energy to burn the star if we don't have all of that stuff. We don't have enough stuff. There's not enough stuff in the solar system aside from the sun to make a sun. Now, if you're able to make like a simulation of a sun just for like a gigasecond or whatever the hell it is, a picosecond or whatever, sure. But it's there and then it burns out and then it's done because it doesn't have enough. There's not enough stuff. There's not enough stuff. Now, if he really wants to freak out, antimatter. Antimatter is a reason to freak out. Sure. That's a good reason to freak out. Because antimatter, just a little bit of antimatter, if it touches regular matter, it goes boom! Big, giant, crazy explosion, right? But we don't have enough stuff to make enough antimatter for that to be a big enough explosion. But it's way more dangerous than them just doing these simulations. It's so silly. It's very, very silly. Anyway, that's a fast debunk for you there, Richie from Boston. Let's give him just a little bit longer.
Is the electromagnets. But if the electricity goes out, maybe the electricity doesn't go out for them. You know what? Because they do have free energy. You remember years and years ago, about a decade ago, I went down to Coral Castle in Florida, where that guy, Edward Leedskalhagen, built a free energy device that's still on display there, but they took out all the parts that you needed. And when I was there was...
A gigasecond is 30 years. Listen, this is all improv, my darling. This is all improv. And so if I flub my words, it's because I'm out here with no net. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
There was actually an engineer there that I was keeping an eye out for while he went over the barrier and took all the dimensions and everything. But my point is...
Howdy, Jeff,
the way
from my
these
new
guys
job.
Oh.
Watching where I can. Love y'all. Gonna miss MP. He is the guy that got me into watching you. Shame to see him go.
I know. Well, you know what? Well, fuck Richie's from Boston. He sucks. Let me share my favorite. If I can't be smug, I have nothing. That's fair. That's totally fair. I'm not gonna take that from you. You are valid. Be as smug as you can. We only get one life, right? I'll share a little story about MP. I mean, I had interactions with him quite a bit. I was on his podcast, and we talked here and there, and, collabed on some stuff here and there. But my favorite thing about that YouTuber was his words that convinced me to start trying to do YouTube. It was brilliant. It was during, like, a Q&A thing. He wasn't very big. I think it was, like, less than 20,000 subscribers, something like that. It wasn't a big YouTuber yet, but he did a Q&A because he had had some success. And somebody was like, what do you have as recommendations for somebody who wants to get into YouTube? What would you tell that person? And he said, and I'll never forget this, understand that the very first video you make is going to be terrible. It's going to be awful. Your first video you make on YouTube will be crap. But the second video you make will be half as crap as the first one. And then the third one will be half as crap as the second one. And then if you just keep going, eventually you start making content that's good. But if you don't start and at least make those first crappy videos, you'll never see what you can do. So just buck it up and make some crappy videos. Just do it. And I went, I think I'm going to go make a crappy video. And I did. I made a whole lot of them. I made so many of them. But it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That I've told a lot of people People who've asked me in private, like, how do you get started on YouTube? I tell them what that person told me. Just go make some shitty videos, and eventually your videos won't be shitty anymore. But you got to make the shitty ones first. Sorry. Just do it. Exponentially less crap. Yeah. No, it was great advice. Absolutely incredible advice. I loved it. We will do a couple of these, and then we'll keep scooting along. 13. Hey, always amazing to get your wonderful face on my screen. Getting over an out-of-season cold, so it's definitely going to help cheer me up. I'm glad, 13. I will hopefully be back onto more of a regular streaming schedule soon. Summertime is almost over, which means the kid goes back to school, which means I can be back on Twitch doing collaborative work stuff with people for videos on the channel. So I'm excited for that. And Christian says, hi, Dr. Daddy Jeff. It's been a while since I caught you live from the UK. Since completed my degree, now officially a Bachelor of the Arts in Creative Writing and Classical Studies, congratulations! Or my obligatory UK place name, Sholmendely, pronounced Chumlee. Fuck off! How does that pronounce Chumlee? Also, Chumlee, that's a pretty awesome name for a place. Where do you live? Chumlee. Chumlee. That's like a chav. That's like a chav version of Chun-Li, right? Some dude in an Adidas tracksuit and a Fisher cap who's always at the pub trying to say he knows how to kickbox, you know, but then he gets really drunk and he falls over. That's my headcanon. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Let's keep it moving. So we're doing conspiracy videos first, conspiracy political-ish videos first on the roundup before we get into some more of the wacky wingnuttery stuff. But I had to at least find one video that talked about this thing that I totally forgot about. I guess somebody tried to shoot at like a presidential candidate or something. I totally forgot about it. I guess it happened, but like, I don't know. It just didn't really feel that important. But apparently, to Patriot Nurse, it's very important. We gotta hear some words on this.
Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, we're going to discuss the issues that led up to the attempts on President Trump's life, the immediate aftermath, and what we can expect from the left moving forward. Let's get started. So friends, if you needed a banner on what the implications of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion are, then you saw it on full display.
Wait, are we still talking about the Trump getting shot at? How did Trump getting shot at by some pasty ass white Republican kid have anything to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion? I hope she explains, because I'm curious. I don't know.
Without being too severe upon my sex, as an only moderately skilled shooter, I'm looking at the behavior of those four women. Only one of them comported herself with any type of self-control, any type of professionalism. If you wear a badge and a gun for a living, you should at a minimum be able to handle your pistol effectively and have basics of weapons handling down. 3 of the women
I'm
that
sorry.
were there.
Hang on a second. Are we talking about the Secret Service agents that were like responding to the whole thing that happened? Is that what this video is about? I think we were talking about how, like, you know, the woke agenda is the reason why Dumpy Trumpy got shot at. Like, it's about it's about women in the Secret Service. Okay, fuck it. All right, sure. Go ahead.
Did not complete that satisfactorily.
This video is AI. God, I wish that were true. God, I wish that were so true. Oh man, dude.
Couldn't get her pistol reholstered effectively until she just gave up and went back to a low ready, but at least she didn't directly flag anybody. There's another woman who decided that her low ready was going to be this, flagging everybody in front of her, including the president's car, by the way.
Okay. So, I hate to do this. Because gun tuber culture is some of the most insufferable and fucking annoying. There's some great ones out there. Don't get me wrong. In-range TV, badass. But a lot of them are pretty terrible. This whole thing that's happening right here with Patriot Nurse and talking about ready and low ready and all of this this is rhetoric that's being spoken about insofar as like gun control classes and safety classes, and this is good. It's good. I encourage everybody to take a class on firearm safety. I'm a big gun nut. I have a lot of guns. I love guns. They're fucking cool. So I think it's important that people understand and appreciate these things. But taking a gun safety class, like she has clearly done, does not mean that you know more about handling a firearm than a Secret Service agent. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. And also, do you know the old adage, everybody has a plan in a fight until you get punched in the face? Well, everybody thinks they know how they're supposed to comport themselves until somebody literally shoots at them and they have to deal with somebody with an active gun. Like, come on, man. Your big video about Dumpy Trumpy getting shot is like, look at these women. Look at these lady Secret Service agents. They're not handling their guns as well as I can. I was taught by David down at the range. Fuck you. Really? That's so crazy, dude. That's so funny.
And another woman who had a long ponytail showing up on the job. I'm just sitting here like, what are you thinking? It's one thing to wear a ponytail in your everyday life, but if you strap on a gun every day and you're wearing a badge and it's your job to provide security, then you don't wear your hair in a ponytail as a woman. For my female service members out there, y'all know ponytails are ropes that are used to bash your face in. Very, very easy for assailants to grab a hold of. And if you doubt this, look at the police cam footage. It's awful.
Look at the police cam footage. Okay. This also is ridiculous and silly and wrong. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You gotta be careful, otherwise you might get pulled by the rope by the people you can just shoot with a gun. Shut the fuck. This is so crazy. It's just a ponytail. I know, it's just a ponytail. Yeah, this is some wild behavior. Like she has this idea that she's going to make this big video about Trump getting shot at, and she's just mad at the women Secret Service agents. I guess it's because she can't get mad at the shooter, right? Is that why? I think that's probably why.
So 3 of those 4 women did not have any idea what they were doing. Mad props to the female agent who had the blonde-headed one. She at least showed up and got stuff done. But my goodness, when you have a president who's almost 6.5 feet tall, if you're a small woman, you're not going to be able to cover his body satisfactorily. So she had heart. Yeah, man.
Okay. I hate to tell you this because apparently she also doesn't know. A 5.56 fired out of an actual like full barrel length rifle barrel is going to go through one person into another. They're not big bullets. They're small bullets, but with a lot of velocity, and they're very pointy, and they'll go right through both. Like, I'm just saying, it might slow it down a little bit, but, the whole thing's bananas, and I had to include at least something about it. I found probably 7 or 8 Wingnut videos about Trump getting shot at, and because they couldn't make up a conspiracy about who did it, they all ended up being wildly insufferable. This is the only one that was entertaining because she took the liberty to just do some really weird, sketchy direction stuff. Very weird. Very strange. No. I'm seeing some people in the chat. Trump is well over 6 foot. He's a pretty tall guy. Which also lends to my personal conspiracy theory, because Barron Trump is actually a giant mutant monster who's impossibly tall, and I think that's because his mom is Ivanka. Anyway, let's... I'm going to get in trouble for that one. Leosake, or Leosake, the Great Black Dragon Messiah is back. Jeff Jesus. Love your Roundups. My partner Chris introduced me to you last year. Take care and trans rights. Trans rights indeed. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. Shadow Ender, thank you again. Very, very kind. Very kind. Super Animaniac, pouring one out for MP. His videos helped me helped me really realize how 9/11 trutherism was nonsense. Trans rights. Indeed. Yeah, I guess I could tell you now. My goal for the first MP videos that I would like to recreate are specifically the 9/11 conspiracy videos. One, because his coverage of it was so concise and so thorough, but also I have personally found them extremely useful in talking to people, family members, et cetera, who were like, but what about Building 7? And I'm like, well, let me tell you. And if I start to feel a little flustered, I'm like, you know what? Let's watch a video together. I adjust the video. And like, that was fantastic. I personally I used that as a tactic a lot. So, God, I'm going to miss that guy. What a jerk. Gotta go and leave. What a jerk. All right, one more political video, vaguely political, meh. And then we'll get into some really weird shit. Good old Wild Bill.
Atheism, the declaration that God does not exist, is an act of pure evil that does no one any good. And it opens the door to every form of perversion, violence, and crime. If there is...
You know, I think that there's a lot of violence and crime with people who are religious. You know. I just, you know. And it's intentionally bad framing of like atheism or saying that God doesn't exist. Well, sort of. There's no evidence for, and thus have no reason to put energy towards considering the possibility of, you know.
There is no God, no supreme judge of the universe, then anything man chooses to do to others is allowed.
Except for that whole thing called the law. You know, there's the law and morality and empathy, right? But those don't count. Those don't count because if your magic sky leopard daddy doesn't exist to tell you don't microwave that small animal, then there's no reason not to. Brilliant.
The greatest restraint on evil in the USA has always been the universal teaching that God reigns in heaven above and that he has set a day when every man who has ever lived will stand before him and give account for every word and deed in this life. And on that day, every man will receive either eternal rewards or eternal damnation for their deed.
You know what okay, so I think that's really strange. I've never quite understood this mentality, right, of this idea of judgment. You die and you go up to the gates of heaven, and you're before St. Peter, and St. Peter's got the book of life in front of you, and it's all of the times you masturbated to your second grade teacher, anytime you cheated on a test, anytime you like told a lie to somebody you cared about. Well, how is dying supposed to be in any way a comfort? Like, wouldn't that be anxiety inducing? Like, oh fuck, man, I know that old fucker's just up there waiting for me. Oh my God, he's gonna remind me of that time I got caught jerking off in my car by that security guard down by the dock. You know, like anything doesn't matter. I would, if I believed this, I would be so terrified of dying because it's bad enough that I beat myself up over all the stupid things I've done in my life. The idea of some like etheric holy being being like, and then, fuck yeah, no, I did that one too. And then, oh my God. And you hope for the love of fuck, dude, that if this is happening and this is how the whole thing's supposed to work, you're not in a line. That somehow it's manifested just you and him alone in some sort of like esoteric external pocket dimension where nobody else has to hear. But what if it's a line? And there are people behind you and fucking he's reading off shit that you did And you're back there like, yeah. But you got to like nervously like look behind your shoulder at people waiting in line, and they're all like, that would be fucked up. That would be fucked up. What a horror show that is. What a terrifying situation that would be. I don't like that at all.
The knowledge that Judgment Day is coming steered the USA into being one nation under God. Historians in the 18th century marveled that American culture was so strongly married to the Christian church. Even the worst scoundrels in early America knew the 10 Commandments because they were taught in every public school for over 230 years.
I don't think that's true at all.
But evil does not sleep.
I think that's a lot of like make-believe. I don't think that's true at all. I mean, sure, there was quite a lot of religiosity, but you're trying to like make it seem like public school has been a thing for hundreds of years, and it hasn't. It has not. Public school is a very recent invention, Bill. I know that you probably don't know this, but no. It's a very recent invention.
Satan never stops working to destroy everything good that God has created. Satan, working through godless men and women in the 1960s, managed to force the USA to abandon its Christian heritage by taking prayer and the Bible out of schools and launching pornography, fornication, and drug use
based
at every level of society. The Democrat Party gleefully adopted godlessness as the foundation for all of its political agendas.
I think you might need to look up early 60s Democrats to really, to maybe wait before you make that claim. You might want to like look into how at the very early beginning of the 60s, how the party affiliations were at the time before you make that declarative statement, Bill.
We now have a propaganda media that Adolf Hitler would be proud of. Racism, manufactured by the Democrat Party, has poisoned every part of America.
Yeah.
And the rise of the rainbow flag shows that the USA has hit rock bottom, morally, ethically, and spiritually. And because of rampant national sins, the USA is now experiencing the heavy hand of divine judgment. John Calvin said, when God wants to judge a nation, he gives them wicked rulers. And that is exactly where we are today.
Who's this nerd that you're quoting? I've never heard of him before. Why the fuck should I listen to that guy?
Atheists, the enemies of God, have taken over every major institution. The top two sins of this nation are the killing of unborn children and Sodom and Gomorrah homosexuality.
You know, Sodom and Gomorrah had nothing to do with being gay. It had nothing to do with being gay. Whatever.
And what a coincidence. Those two sins are the top two priorities of the Democrat Party. If you are indeed a Christian man or woman, then you must walk away from the Democrat Party. You cannot serve both God and the devil. And if you don't like the...
Personally speaking, I am very excited for my number one policy priority. Once the Democrats get into power, I personally want to be the one to tighten the screws on the penis flattening machine for Wild Bill. I'm super into it. Can't wait to flatten that penis, buddy. Can't wait. We got a date. We got a date, you and me. That might get me in trouble. Darth Agutis. This is the Patriot Nurse video. I dare this deluded bitch to say ponytails are not for combat to Zero or Shamus. Yeah, sure. Shamus Iran. Cara Bellenew. Got an awesome job after being out of work since January. Just found out Friday. Roundup today makes the weekend even better. I am so happy to hear that. Congratulations. That's really cool. That's so cool. Good for you. Well done. It's Jezebel. It's always Jezebel. What are you talking about? It's always Jezebel. It's always Jezebel. It's always Jezebel.
I want to pray against that Jezebel spirit attacking you right now. In the name of Jesus, I bind and restrict every spirit of control that's coming against you in Jesus Christ's name. Anyone that's talking against you, any mishaps that's happening in your life, because there is a Jezebel spirit that is after you. In the name of Jesus Christ, I bind and I restrict that Jezebel spirit, and I command it to leave your life. Any rebellion, any miscommunication, any strategies this person is putting against you, I bind it, I restrict it, I cast it out, and I command the demonic realm to stop activating in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Guys, pray, decree, declare.
I like how, like, as she's doing this one, she's reading, like, off to the edge. Kind of, her eyes keep darting to the side because she's got, like, a prayer that she probably wrote. I like the idea that she wrote it like on a piece of paper, like old school analog. Her specific invocation prayer, and then like gets done, and that's that transition to like, all right, guys.
In Jesus' name. Guys, pray, decree, declare.
Yeah. I love it. I have this thing, being a YouTuber, you tend to like, you kind of pay attention to where people's eyes are going, and if they're like reading something or referencing something. Like I even do it with videos that I like, and it's frustrating. You can tell when somebody doesn't have a teleprompter, but they have something kind of close. You know, like it drives me nuts. There was this one YouTuber that I really, really didn't like, and they would put their script down here. And so they'd be like, yeah, and I'm talking and blah, 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 blah. And then they would do a quick cut, but you'd see them do this. Like just quickly, but they wouldn't give enough pause from what they were saying to then make the cut before they looked down. And it drove me fucking crazy. Drove me nuts. And then I went back, and this is early on in my career, and then I went back and I looked at my old videos and I was like, shit, I did that too. She's kind of cute. Kathy, except for the hair. The hair is a choice. It's a whole, and the hair comes with the whole package, right? Like, you can't move past the hair. We'll get to those next ones after, what is this one? Oh, no. Do you guys want to be mad? Let's get mad. Let's get mad real quick. Let's get angry. Here's some Catherine Crick.
I want to set you free from all the torment, all the generational curses in my life. God is freeing you right now. I break every generational curse, and I declare every spirit tormenting you both, every spirit of witchcraft, I declare must leave you both on 3 in Jesus' name. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Praise God! Hallelujah!
God damn it.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Thank you, Jesus!
Can I call this a grooming organization? I mean, fair is fair, right? Fair is fair. Like, you know, right there from the beginning. Right there from the beginning. Yeah, we believe in demons in this house. And son, you're full of demons. Okay? Full of demons. We got to take you to this nice white lady. We paid $45 a ticket, including you, because there's no discount for children. So you can go in there and scream because you're full of demons. Okay. All right. I'm going to need you to scream now. It's so fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. It's absolutely crazy. It's bananas. But, you know, it's the moral degradation of the United States. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Dum, 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 dum. All right, let me do some cleanup here. How's everybody feeling? Do we have any birthdays this month? Anybody have any birthdays? I've been wanting to make, I didn't get a chance to do it this month, but I've been wanting to make like a little thing for the Roundup so I can like celebrate people's birthdays each month. Because this is like kind of what we do, right? Every month, there's an excuse to get together. You know, I've had people ask me, why don't you do more live shows on your channel? I'm like, because the Roundup is special. Because it's only once a month. It's my only live show on this channel. Once a month, we make it special. Poveros, hey! Happy birthday, Poveros. Killer Beehive, hell yeah. Chris the Snark is coming up, sweet. Jack Shit, Hannah, happy belated, happy belated. There's a few that were belated already, but, you know. Robert Adset, cool. Ashley Marson. Ashley Marson's birthday is today. That's awesome. Grandmaster Panda, nice. Happy birthday to your dad, Thomas. It's Shani and Rev's birthdays this month. Fuck you. No way. No way. Aw, much love to your mom, Chaotic Kitten. Wild stuff. Wild, wild stuff. Queso Digla. Queso Digla on the 28th. Nice. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. Yours is the first of the month. Let me vow. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. All right. And Silver Jackal. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you guys. All right. We'll have to figure out a better format for doing that because birthdays are important. The Roundup is important because a Roundup is a reminder that we made it once a month. It's also nice to have a reason to celebrate everybody's birthdays, like when they're coming up. Anniversaries, that kind of thing, you know? All right. Anyway, in the same vein as that other video, this sucks.
You have to look at this little boy and smile. Now
No, I don't. I'm terrified. That's awful. Why does it look like that kid is about to be executed? Why would you put a baby? Why would you put a little boy in a costume looking like he's about to be executed? You know that that's an execution method, right? Why are you cool with that? That's weird. That's weird. That's super weird. If you had a little kid walking around with like a little baby guillotine and shit, and you're like, this little baby has to make you smile. No. Nuh-uh. Sure doesn't. This little baby dressed in a striped prisoner's uniform being escorted by snappily dressed Hugo Boss other babies with rifles to the firing range. You have to let that make you smile. Bitch, no I don't. No, I fucking don't. I absolutely do not. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. It's so crazy. But, like, this, the whole point, this is so dumb. This is so crazy.
You have to look at this little boy and smile. Now double tap the screen for Jesus. If you love Jesus as much as this little boy does, share this blessing with a friend.
And that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I hate this so much. It's so weird. Baby Guillotine, band name. True. Very true. Baby Guillotine and the Robespierre cosplay would be cute. That would actually be cute. Yeah, yeah. That would be pretty great. Am I dressed as Agent Booth from Bones? Look, let me tell you something right now, okay? With this belt buckle, I wear this belt buckle every motherfucking day. And yes, I am repping Agent Booth from Bones every day of my fucking life. Absolutely. That's my shit. That's my shit right there. All right? Can't help it. Can't help it. I loved it. It was good. It's good shit. All right. Let's. Oh, yeah. Shit, I was not supposed to clean that up while you guys were on that screen. That's okay. Ooh. West Canestraro. West Canestraro. My supervisor dropped on us that he believes flat Earth, and I'm at a loss for words. Any advice on how to convince him not to believe conspiracies? Oh, buddy. Okay. Well, I have not had a lot of luck with convincing people necessarily to not believe in conspiracies. But what I have found to be somewhat effective is to instead change the narrative by which these kinds of topics are being discussed. So, for example, I have a friend who is into conspiracies that are pretty outlandish. This really only works the outlandish ones, not the ones that are like political. Political ones, people get way too emotionally invested in. But the ones that are into like the science fiction-y ones, you can engage with it playfully and like talk about it and drop some like counter stuff to it, but don't try and hammer in like, obviously you're an idiot if you think the earth is flat. Instead, play with them. Play with them. Engage in their delusion with a happy and friendly manner and just slowly poke holes in the theory. I find that to be a lot more effective. Way more effective. Like, you know, they mentioned something about the flat earth and you're like, yeah, but what about this obvious, like, you know, causal relationship that just debunks that, you know? Like, or, you know, what could be doing it, what could be breaking that? Aliens or something. Be creative. That's usually what I find to be the best case. That's like the difference between fantasy conspiracy and like, I don't want to call it political conspiracy, but more like fantasy conspiracy versus paranoia conspiracy. They can both be pretty close and similar, but there's a degree by which one is obviously a joyful expression of wonder, and the other is it's an expression of paranoia and fear. So engage with it with joy and with playfulness. Usually a good idea. Now, if it's somebody that really should not be in any situation where they are you know, in charge of people's safety or their health or whatever, and they believe in some really weird wingnutty conspiracies like flat earth and shit, you should probably do everything you can to keep them from being responsible for other human beings. That's probably pretty important. I'm just saying, you know. Like, if you work in a cabinet-making warehouse or some shit, it doesn't matter if your boss thinks that the Earth is a convex bowl, and that he's literally being lifted up by aliens every morning. You know, doesn't really matter. It's kind of that's how I feel about it. Super Animaniac says, "I'd love to help you recreate his videos. If you need someone to do voiceover work, let me know. I can't video edit worth a dang, but I do have a decent mic." Okay, absolutely, for sure. People do get kind of tired of my voice after a while, so it is kind of nice to be able to utilize something else. So, oh boy. All right. Anyway, let's continue on with our expose, our deep dive, if you will, into the world of modern Christianity. Probably not. No, these are wingnuts. Let's go.
Woo! What's up, mother flowers? What's up? Happy Sunday fun day. What's up, everybody? Yo, I want to tell you guys something. What I've been experiencing lately.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about real stuff, and you know, maybe on social media they just want to pursue, they just want to perceive like life is good all the time, everything's peachy cream, everything's rainbows and sherbets or whatever you want to say. But I want to talk about the spiritual attacks.
Okay.
From the enemy.
The enemy.
Brother Todd, he asked me and my wife to go to Mexico, and we've been going. You guys been watching. We've been going for the orphans. We went out there. I've been doing haircuts, and you know we've been just doing acts of service over there and helping them out, giving them food, clothes, and all kinds of stuff.
That's fucking rad. That's rad. Listen, I don't like Richie the Barber. I think this dude's a piece of shit. But pretty awesome if he's going to Mexico and, you know, helping out orphans with food. He is a barber. His name is Richie the Barber, and he's, you know, giving out free haircuts and stuff. That's cool. That's awesome. Props to this guy. But that's not why I'm playing this video. Just enjoy.
Stuff, right? Now, let me tell you, I want to tell you something that's real, what I've been going through experience. And I want to tell all you guys, all you believers out there, that this is real, you know? And we read about the Holy Bible, we read about the attacks, but do you actually feel the attacks? You know what I'm saying? Brother Todd was telling me, like, hey, man, I just want to let you know when we go out there, there's strong witchcraft out there.
Oh.
There's warlocks, there's witches, they do Santa Maria, they do all this kind of crazy stuff. And I was like,
The warlocks and witches of Mexico. Okay, yeah, sure. Why? No.
You know, we'll be fine. You know, I got the blood of Jesus on me. I got, you know, I'm fine. I'm protected by Jesus, right? So me and my wife go out there for the first time. We go out there, and when we got back, we had diarrhea, crazy massive diarrhea. We had chest pains. We had it was crazy. It's nuts. It's been like that ever since we've been there. Crazy.
So you went to Mexico, to a poor part of Mexico, and you came back, and you had diarrhea. How do I explain this to him? How do I
crazy migraine, crazy headaches. Our muscles been aching, all kinds of stuff. Now I know what you're talking about. You're like, oh, hey, it's Mexico. Maybe you ate something. Maybe you drank the water. Maybe your immune system is not up to par or whatever. Well, that's what I thought, right?
Right, and you would probably be correct. Yes, probably.
So we went for the second time. We went last Wednesday. We got back, same thing. Crazy cramps, crazy diarrhea.
So you went to Mexico, and you had crazy diarrhea and crazy cramps. And you're like, I think maybe I ate something wrong or drank the wrong kind of food. And then you went back, and it happened again. That's amazing.
I've been having diarrhea all day yesterday, and I'm being serious, right?
Thanks.
So the witchcraft, now what I've learned and what the Holy Spirit's been teaching me is I have to go through this, like Job. The Lord is letting me go through this because it's going to make me stronger. Now today, I feel super strong today. I feel super holy fire today. Today, I feel so...
After I'm done with a really gnarly bout of diarrhea, I feel pretty rad. That's how that works, Richie. That's how that works. Because your body has been effectively kind of poisoned. And it's like, we got to get this poison out of us. This is no good. Undercooked chicken or some bacteria in the doodly-doo or whatever. And then you get it out and your body's like, ah. And you feel rad. You're just describing what pooping is. Like, what? What?
So good right now. Like, I feel really good. I feel lifted up. I feel the anointing is just, I feel so lifted up right now. I feel strength in the Lord Jesus, you know? I've been praying all this morning. I woke up at 6.
I swear to God, man. I swear to God. It's because you pooped. Why doesn't that work? What? There we go. It's because you pooped. Man, I really fucked that one up, didn't I? Man, I really fucked that one up. Motherfucker. Anyway. Yeah. It's okay. I deserve it. Totally fucked that one up. Can't believe I fucked up my cliff scene. Oh my God. It's embarrassing. Come on. It's embarrassing. All right. Wah. I don't know if like I don't think it's gonna come through, but I'm actually kind of embarrassed. I got kind of a red face on that one. Leave it to me to ruin the clip. I'm literally the one that designed it too, and I totally fucked it up. Do it again? No, it won't be the same. No, it won't be the same. Anyway, let's see. Getting some new pledges onto Patreon. I really appreciate that, guys. Very, very much appreciate it. Even just like $1 will get you access to help me like be able to have a dialogue about this sort of thing. I will reiterate though that I always tell people when it comes to Patreon, the direct message feature on Patreon sucks and it never notifies me. So if you ever need to talk to me one-on-one, the best way to do it is either through Discord or email me, jeff@jeffholiday.com. That is the best way to directly connect with me. Don't ever try and do it on Patreon. Their message system sucks ass. It is crap. Don't just... I've let people down before because I just never got their message, and it makes me really upset. Screwbucket says, forget Insane Clown Posse, bedazzled clown preachers. I like that. I like that a lot. Red Royal says, I haven't been around for a while, so I got to say, go buy Jeff's book, The Dead Dream Wakes by Ezra Holiday on Amazon. You know, maybe at some time this coming winter, maybe I'll try and like re-release that under my actual name. And it's funny, I wrote a novel a long time ago, but I put it under a pen name because I didn't want anybody in the world to know who I was. I wanted to be very anonymous, and I didn't want any attention. And look how that fucking worked out. You could never let us down. Just wait. Just wait. It happens to everybody. I'm just kidding. Let's get some Diana Cooper in here because she's wholesome and wonderful, and I love her with every fiber of my being. She's so cute.
What happens when you visit an Andromedan starship?
I don't know.
First, you receive a frequency boost.
Ooh.
So your frequency is raised.
Cool.
Your heart, and if you're ready, your higher heart is opened. You may be taken to a rejuvenation chamber to receive codes that start to rejuvenate your cells, or you may go to a healing chamber, or an Andromedan light being will work energetically on you to give you downloads or understandings about spiritual technology that's ready to come to Earth.
I love that.
You'll also receive understandings about life on Earth from a higher perspective. Ask to visit an Andromedan starship.
I would love to visit an Andromedan starship. You know, and the thing is, too, I've never really considered going to an Andromedan starship. And even now, if you were to ask me in a vacuum without this as the context, I'd be like, nah, I'd pass. I don't really care about going to an Andromedan starship. Like, it just doesn't bother me. But if Diana was there and she's like, come on now, dear. Hold my hand and we're going to visit the Andromedans. We're going to get you some downloads. I'd be like, okay, sure. That sounds great. Awesome. Can we get ice cream afterwards? Of course, darling. We'll ride our unicorns down to the ice cream shop. I'd be like, fuck yeah, Diana, let's go. I want her to be my friend. I want her to be like my surrogate grandma. Because I don't have any grandparents anymore. I love her so much. She's great. She's rad. I already want to ask this lady to be my grandma. That's what I'm saying. She's so wonderful. She's so great. I love Diana so much. She's awesome. Chris, I will read your message. And, oh, well, that one's going to play. So.
Pretty sure the first thing that happens on an Andromedan starship is that a wraith sucks the life out of you.
That's... Wait. But hang on. It's not Andromedan starship. I think you're thinking of an Atlantean starship is the Wraith sucks the life out of you, because the Wraith were in Stargate Atlantis and not in the show Andromeda. I never watched Andromeda, so I might be talking out of my ass here. But I think I might have finally got you, Darth Acutus. Did I get you? I think I might have just got you. Might have just... finally. There's been this silent war between me and Darth Locutus because we're both Trek nerds, and he'll send me some trivia, or I don't know if it's a he, but and if I get it wrong, there's gloating rights that are just obvious, to be held over me, and then I feel terrible about myself, and I have to go binge so much Star Trek. Just saying. Oh, from the Andromeda Galaxy and Stargate. Ooh, okay. That's true, though. Stargate Atlantis takes place in the Andromeda Galaxy. Dude, fuck you. I thought I finally had you, and then I forgot the name of the goddamn galaxy. You know what? Fuck you and fuck this place. of a...
Still waiting for that sequel, Ezra.
Someday I will get back to writing books, I promise. Someday I will get back to writing books. All right. You know what? Well, I don't have memory to give me a break. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you a classic Wingnut Roundup tune. You can enjoy this, and I'm going to go run and use the bathroom super fast, and we'll get right back to the show. All right? Enjoy Pee Drinkin' Man by Matt Senna. Be right back.
Hey everybody, this is Matt Senna with Brother Sage's song, I'm a Pee Drinkin' Man, performed 2021, written 2017. Sure, there's juice and coffee and tea, yet for this modern man, this body thrives on pee. Sickness cannot touch me, nor can aging. The water of life has got its own divine timing. So let it flow, drink as much as you can. Discover why I'm a pee drinking man. It knows when to serve you the perfect blend of ultra filtered nutrients, the finest nectar of immortality. No money can buy it. It's orin for me. So let it flow, drink as much as you can. Discover why I am a pee drinking man. Yes, so let it flow, drink as much as you can. Discover why I'm a pee drinking man. Well, a pee-drinking man may not be the common of men, yet his youthful energy and appearance is attractive and sweet. Oh, again and again, again and again. So let it flow, drink as much as you can. Discover why I'm a pee-drinking man. So let it flow, drink as much as you can. Discover why I am a pee drinking man. Discover it.
Discover it. Discover why he's a pee drinking man, everybody. Indeed, indeed. So let it flow, let it flow. Let's see. Krista Snacks says, hey, Jeff, unfortunately, I can't stick around for the entire roundup. Heading out with my ma to catch Rear Window in theaters for its 70th anniversary. Have a drink on me. Have fun, chat, and trans rights. Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Chris. Hello for when you get to watch this on the replay. Darth Acutis, thank you again, buddy. I await my next challenge. Oh. I actually got to go see a movie pretty recently. I don't know if I really want to talk about it. I went and saw Alien Romulus because I am quite possibly the world's biggest Alien fan. I love the Alien movies. And wait for it to come out on video or streaming. All right? I'm just... don't spend money on it. Just don't. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I'm I'm very confused. I'm very confused. Oh, we were both wrong. That's right. You know what? We were both wrong because that it wasn't the Andromeda Galaxy. It was the Pegasus Galaxy. Okay. Anyway. No, I can't get distracted by this. I can't get distracted by this. Okay. Can't get distracted by this. We got to move on. All right, bringing back another old banger from the olden days of the Wingnut Roundup. We have ourselves a video by one Rachel Renestra. Rachel had a brief career as a news broadcaster. Claims she won a bunch of awards. That was a lie. And she makes videos where she talks to an Amazon device, an A-lady, to prove her wingnutty points. They are extra. Let's enjoy this.
Oh, this is a good one.
Alexa, why did the ancients believe in a firmament?
I did not think it was going to go this way. It's you're gonna want to stay till the end for this one because I throw something right at her that I didn't even expect. It was my intuition. Must have been. But we'll just call this part one. Firmament part one. It gets good.
The firmament is a noun that refers to the vault of heaven or the sky. It is a concept that has been present in many cultures and religious traditions. In biblical cosmology, the firmament is the solid dome created by God to divide the primal sea and create a separation between the upper and lower portions. This concept was adopted into the heavenly spheres model of the medieval and classical eras. However, with advancements in astronomy, the firmament was no longer considered a physical dome in the 16th and 17th centuries.
I like how she seems to think she is tapping into some deep esoteric knowledge by utilizing the AI of the enemy to reveal to her secret truths. It's so fascinating.
Alexa, was the firmament considered a dome before the 16th century?
From Answers.com. To the ancients, the firmament was a solid dome that held up the primeval waters, while the sun and moon were in the sky below the firmament.
If the ancients believed in the firmament, and the firmament is in the Bible, why don't we believe it now?
From Logos.com. How we interpret this challenging word in Genesis 1 will depend on how we think the biblical authors pictured the universe, as well as on our hermeneutical presuppositions.
It is worth mentioning that around the same time as the writers of the Bible, there were other cultures that were quite well aware that the Earth was a ball, and that space was out there.
Alexa, what's the hermeneutical presupposition about the firmament?
In the context of biblical interpretation, the hermeneutic presupposition about the firmaments is that it is a ceiling or dome-like structure that stretches out to create a solid canopy over the earth. This canopy is believed to separate the heavens from the earth, with the firmaments playing a crucial role in regulating the weather and the water on earth.
Alexa, why did the ancients believe in a firmament?
In biblical cosmology, the firmament is the vast solid dome created by God on the second day of his creation of the world to divide the primal sea into upper and lower portions so that the dry land could appear.
I can't get over this notion of utilizing basically a Google bot to talk about how we are on a flat Earth surrounded by a dome. It's so good.
Oh, we were just walking out. Watch me take this one. Alexa, do we have a lot of cables under the water?
Whoa.
From Sincere.com. There are more than 420 underwater cables around the world totaling about 1.3 million kilometers.
Alexa, why do we have so many cables in the ocean?
From DocumentaryTube.com. A vast underwater network of cables crisscrossing the ocean makes it possible to share, search, send and receive information around the world at the speed of light.
Alexa, I thought we shared information via the satellites, but now you're telling me it's because of the cables in the water?
I don't know that one.
I think you do.
If ever there was the most beautiful example of the wingnutty mind, is I don't know how the internet physically works. I thought that it was done by satellites, but I didn't know that it's mostly done through fiber optic cables stretching between continents. So gotcha, bitch. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, my God. So good. So good. So good. Oh, my God. Why is her video so small? It's just the method by which she makes these on TikTok, translates them to YouTube, and then how I have to play them. It's just a byproduct of that. Yeah. It's so silly. So silly. Let's see. Play button. Watching stream while eating garlic bread. Good times. Also trans rights. Trans rights to you as well, my friend. Garlic bread is the best bread. And I know Zordon. I'm working on it. Thank you very much again. Appreciate you. All right. So, For those who don't know, I very frequently am a guest on a podcast called The Drunken Peasants, and I absolutely recommend people check out The Drunken Peasants because they are all my buddies, and I like them a lot. We did watch something very similar to what we're about to watch now on The Drunken Peasants, but we were blessed this month with not one, but two appearances of the legendary Jimmy Payne on Super Soldier Talk. And we watched a little bit of one of them on Drunken Peasants the other night, and I'm very happy to show you one right now. And maybe we should even just, like, blow this up. No, that looks like crap. Doesn't matter. Jimmy doesn't actually have a video, so here we go.
Wait a minute. Jimmy, didn't you say you were, like, the first person in outer space? Oh, no, wait, that would have been the Germans. But the first NASA astronaut.
I was the first one that orbited. Should have been a chimpanzee by the name of Ham from Holloman Air Medical.
Ham the chimpanzee.
That chimp did do an orbit, but I went prior to his orbit. And he is out at the New Mexico Space Museum. His skeleton's on display, but his flesh, once he was deboned after he died, is buried out by the flagpole. And my craft, called the Little Joe, is on display. That's the one that Ham did an orbit in as well.
You know, some people think Ham was the first one to be in space, but actually I beat Ham to space. I went first, and then they sent up Ham. All right, fair.
Oh, wow.
The flagpole.
Oh, wow. So, Jimmy, why don't you explain what's so maybe take us back to the basics here. I know you've been on the show before. You've talked about EB Mona Lisa, where you were, I think you said you were the first one to touch her, right?
Well, let me go back and to the beginning of how I first became acquainted with Mona.
Mona.
When I was very young, maybe about 6 years old, I was routinely being taken to Area 51.
Right.
And because I was so young and small, a lot of these little grays, they grow about 3.5 feet tall, 3 to 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
And you can't get a full-grown pilot in a flying saucer.
Right.
So what
small.
they would do, they would get young children like me.
Right.
And they would teach us how to fly the craft. And then as we grew older, and we couldn't get in the craft, we would teach other children younger than us how to get into the craft and how to fly it.
So as soon as you started to create an odor, you would have to then move on to teaching other children how to go in before they also get odor.
But how I met Mona was I used to channel when I was younger. I was gifted with able to channel. And I was channeling and
oh, wait. Okay. So play button asks, I'm not caught up with the Jimmy Payne lore. How do I get caught up? Okay. So Jimmy Payne is what's known as a super soldier. Based out of Camp Hero, used to grow up on Area 51. When he was 12 years old, he was a legit assassin for Ho Chi Minh out there in Vietnam. He was out there trying to cap all the enemies of the Vietnamese using his night vision goggles. He has served on the USS Enterprise. He fucked Spock's cousin because he gave her a candy bar. He's traveled through space and time negotiated peace settlements between warring factions of intergalactic aliens. Basically, Jimmy Payne is the most consequential human being alive, and you've never heard of him until just now. So we're just getting more glimpses, more lore into whomst Jimmy Payne is.
When I first communicated with Mona, and
and he also found the Spear of Destiny.
The reason I name her Mona Lisa is because in her alphabet, like our alphabet has 26 letters.
Okay.
Now her alphabet has close to over 40 letters in their alphabet. So
is he saying that the Mona Lisa, like Mona, the inspiration for the Mona Lisa, was an alien? I hope so.
We can't say her name because we don't have her alphabet.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
We can't read her language because we don't have their alphabet.
Right.
So
right.
I saw a painting when I was in school of the Mona Lisa most people are familiar with, depicting a woman from the 16th century.
Yeah.
And so I just named her Mona Lisa. I just gave her a name that I thought of. But when I communicated with her telepathically, I did it for a couple of years. And in her original life, Mona, she's a pilot, but she's also
did he name her after the painting, or did he influence the naming of it hundreds of years before he was born? That's what I'm curious about.
She's also a biologist.
Aren't we all?
And she collects flowers, and she also is very interested in insects.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all of them on that craft are duly trained.
Yeah.
So she is a pilot,
and
she is also a botanist. Okay.
Okay.
And she collects flowers and insects, but there was 4 of them that survived the crashed, but I never could get the 4th one to talk to me or communicate with me. Only 2 others that I communicated with telepathically.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew her. I've been knowing her since I was 6 years old.
6 years old, yeah.
Now, let me start back about 2 years prior to me meeting William Rutledge.
Okay.
Or should I say Commander Rutledge.
Sure.
Back in 1973, I came out of Vietnam.
The way he talks, it can't just be a dialect. I don't know if he snorted freaking shotgun pellets or what the fuck, but something is tilted in there. I know, dude. Now, keep in mind, when he talks about that he was in Vietnam, he was 12 years old when he was in Vietnam.
And when I came out of Vietnam, I was in and out of Vietnam many times.
Okay. Maybe older than 12 at that point.
But when I came out of Vietnam, they wanted to send me back to Nellis Air Force Base.
Sure.
And I was supposed to go and hang out at the Las Vegas casinos and around Frank Sinatra and all that crowd.
Were you?
To give them kind of like an escort service. But I was at that point in life where I guess what I was suffering was from PTSD. People didn't understand it then.
Right.
But when you come out of jungle, you know, you're used to the noise of a jungle. And it's very different from the noise inside a casino.
Sure.
So
one's a
my
casino,
godfather,
one's the jungle. Sure.
You know, decided, said, well, you know, Jimmy needs to go somewhere where he can adjust.
Sure.
And, merged back in with society.
Right. Probably a good
So-
idea. Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Like a 12 to 15-year-old bodyguard for Frank Sinatra. Strange. But okay, like how are we dealing with your PTSD? We're not going to do this forever, guys, I promise, but I got to know where we're going with this with the PTSD. Come on.
Across the border into Mexico, deep in old Mexico, there was a church down there that had been closed up for about 10, maybe 15 years.
Sure.
And that was a smuggling route.
Okay.
From Mexico back into Nevada.
Uh-huh.
So I went down there with another individual, the pilot.
There's really not a whole lot of like touching points of, Nevada and the God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it.
And we opened the church up. They'd been closed down for about a decade. And I took my cover was I was going to act like a missionary to blend in with the local population.
Sure.
So I had a robe on, and
like all the locals were wearing robes.
I was basically a missionary down there.
Right.
And we were going to reopen the church up.
All the missionaries walking around in their robes. What the fuck? And I hate to fucking do this, dude. I hate to do this, but like, how in the fuck were they smuggling from Mexico into Nevada? How does that work? There's 2 states in the way. Jimmy, do you not know where fucking Nevada is? God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it, dude.
Because the area had been, it was like war torn.
War torn.
There had been gangs fighting down there for control of the contraband.
Ah, fuck me.
And they had pretty much killed each other out. And so I went down there. There was no electricity.
All right. We're taking a break. If we feel like we've got some extra random time that we want to like jump back into here, we'll scoot a little bit further, because the thing is, all of this is about the Apollo 20 mission, which is apparently when Jimmy Payne went up into space. But right now, we're like stuck. We're stuck in this tale about him trying to deal with his PTSD before he goes to help Frank Sinatra, where he's apparently dealing with a smuggling operation from southern Nevada to Mexico. 100% he thinks Nevada borders Mexico. I think, yeah. I legit fucking think he thinks that. I don't think he's paid attention. So maybe we'll like scoot further ahead if we jump back to that video or whatever, which I'd love to. But yeah, Jimmy's stuck on a tangent right now. It's not going to do any of us any good. All right, anyway, let's touch base with Uncle Mike.
Here, we're in a time warp space tunnel. There was a tremendous fight. We were attacked by a giant cat, and we had to pull a knife, our jungle knife, and take the testicles off the cat to subdue it. It was just so violent. And these are the cat testicles that we found in the time warp space tunnel.
Fair.
And boy, they are delicious. Just delectable little treats.
Uncle Mike's gonna eat them giant.
Hardly wait to dig in.
Uncle Mike is gonna eat them giant space cat testicles. I'll tell you what. Uncle Mike is gonna devour that shit. Nom 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 nom. I love Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike is great. Yeah, they took the jungle knife and they cut off the testicles of the giant cat. Those are giant kitty space testicles. What? What? I don't need to explain. Fuck, I forgot I put this in. All right, let's go.
So Elon Musk was recently interviewed by Jordan Peterson, and at a certain point in the interview, Elon mentions he has a bad back. And so Jordan Peterson views this as an opportunity to try and tell Elon that he needs to go on a carnivore diet. So let's check out the clip, and then we'll talk more about it after it's finished.
The thing that caused some back and shoulder injuries was me foolishly fighting the world champion sumo wrestler and charging him at him at full speed.
I didn't know you did
which
all
I did
that.
succeed in doing, but
But you paid a price for it.
a very, very high price.
Carnivore diet will fix that. Carnivore diet will fix that.
The what, sorry?
The carnivore diet will fix that.
So I did not consider. Anyway, I did not even begin to consider how triggered that vegan teacher would be by Jordan Peterson's carnivore diet. I did not even begin to conceive of that, but I guess she really fucking hates Jordan Peterson. Which, to be fair, we have in common. I, too, think Jordan Peterson is a piece of shit. Not for the same reasons, but that's okay. That's okay. We have common ground now. We have common ground. She hates Jordan. I hate Jordan. My reasons are better, but, it's fine. Anyway, by all means, that vegan teacher, thrill us with your acumen.
Oh, hey, Jordan, listen, my husband, every night he just takes off his socks and he throws them on the floor, and I just never know what to...
Carnivore diet will fix that.
That's what I thought. Oh, my God, you're so
That's actually kind of a cute joke.
brilliant.
Carnivore diet will fix that.
The what, sorry?
The carnivore diet will fix that.
Look, I'm all for, I like
See,
it.
but that's not how comedy works. That's not how comedy works. You can't just do that. You have to do... Okay. Like, listen. That vegan teacher, I'm going to explain to you how comedy works. It's a little bit of like, you have to do a couple of beat repetitions of it. Like, hey, Jordan Peterson, actually, my husband just keeps leaving his socks at the end of the bed. And carnivore diet will fix that. Oh, thank you. Well, okay. But also, I've been having a lot of trouble lately because every time I try and do this new type of thing, I don't feel like I have enough motivation. Carnivore diet will fix that. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. By the way, how can I get random people to stop pulling up to my house and doing carnival diet? Oh, you gotta go in threes, 3 beats, boom, 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 boom. Otherwise, it's just lazy. Like, it's a great idea for a segment, great idea for some comedy, but you just fell flat. You didn't commit. You spend your time on, like, proselytizing. Come on. It's Comedy 101.
Meat. I'm pro meat. I don't think...
Okay, what? What a loser. Elon, what a loser you are. He is literally telling you that this meat, this dead animal, is going to fix your back injury. He doesn't even know what's going on. Why don't you call him out on it?
Elon Musk, you know you must.
Go, Elon, go, vegan, go, Elon, be morally consistent. Go, Elon, go, vegan, go, Elon, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is.
Retweet this.
Are you scared of him?
I will say, if somebody is propping themselves up as like a moral virtuoso, and they're like trying to take these very extreme positions to do this or do that, and they're talking about moral conviction and whatnot, she might actually have kind of a point. Kind of, yeah, obviously she's a psychopath, but I support her trying to bully Elon Musk into doing anything, because more people should bully Elon Musk. I think it's pretty great.
Do you, look up to him or something? Elon, hello? Wakey, wakey.
Hello, McFly. Hello.
What the hell? You had a perfect opportunity to say, what? You know nothing about my back, Jordan. You didn't have to try to appease him and be like, oh, yeah, I like the taste of meat. Like, you sound like a 12-year-old. My God, what do you guys think that Earthling is going to say to all this? Let's see.
He doesn't say
Carnivore diet is going to fix this particular issue. I think.
My wife had an injury of 40 years,
Okay.
and it resolved in 2
Just
years
eat
on a
steak?
carnivore diet.
If you just eat steak or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
all beef.
Sure.
All beef.
I'm a pro. I like meat.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Sure. I'm pro meat. I'm pro killing innocent animals. I'm pro destroying the environment.
Anyway. I thought this video was actually really funny because there's many layers of weird irony going on. Obviously, Jordan Peterson is a dipshit. Elon Musk is a dipshit. It's fun to make fun of them, but even funnier that vegan teacher is making fun of them, which I think is pretty funny and kind of rad. But then she goes and she, like, kind of shows her whole ass, and, like, that's not really valid criticisms. Really should have stuck with just, like, the basic thing of why would you let this brain-damaged dipshit try and, like, tell you how to medically solve your problem when he has no idea what's wrong with you? Good point. Good point. But even more so, what's wild about this video is entirely, like, that vegan teacher calling out another content creator because they didn't shit all over Elon Musk and Jordan Peterson enough. And it's another vegan creator, and she's like, you just don't do good enough of a job of telling them that they're pieces of shit. Man. The irony levels of this is just bananas. Absolutely bananas. And it makes me very happy I have nothing to do with any of these people. It's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. It's a good life. It's a good life when you we don't have to actually be involved in any of this crap. You could just be a passive observer. God, she's terrible. She's so fucking weird. She's so weird. She's so weird. So weird. Once again, no notification from YouTube. I mean, look, okay. This is old hat. This is very old hat. But it is true. YouTube will automatically unsubscribe people from channels. They will. They just will. They call and purge, like, older accounts and that kind of thing. They mess with their algorithms and this, that, and the other thing. I, for years, have been trying to figure out the best way to let people know, like, hey, we're doing the Roundup. And I've never come up with an actual satisfactory way to like notify people. For a while, there was a service made by a YouTuber called Storyfire, but I think even that collapsed. It just never gained enough like momentum for people to know. Where in the future, in a year's time, we'll have to adapt. Who knows? Who knows? But it is what it is. I'm just glad you're here now. I'm just glad that you're here now. A lot of people got it from the Discord notification. That's a pretty good selling point, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to be able to, like, multi-stream this onto, like, TikTok and kind of grow the TikTok base. I do have a TikTok, by the way. But I don't like portrait mode. I like landscape mode. I can build so much better shit. Being able to, like, walk over here. And then I'm walking over here. And I can't really do that with TikTok because it's portrait mode. And I'd be like, I can jump. I'm like, that fucking sucks, dude. That sucks. Why? Why do they have to build their app to be portrait mode? It's so stupid. Fucking hate that shit. It makes me mad. Yeah, go check out my TikTok. My TikTok's okay. It's all right. It's fine. I do love TikTok as a platform, though. It's pretty fun. Anyway, there's this dork.
Big companies are always trying to feminize men. That's why all of these razors have a plastic skin guard that's full of endocrine disrupting chemicals and microplastics that absorb into your skin every single time you shave with them. The best thing you can possibly do is remove any plastic skin guard off of your razor before using it.
So if you're removing the endocrine disrupting strips from the razors so you don't get feminized, then what's feminizing you, my dude? Also, I don't understand this psychology that's been going on for the past few years. And look, we can call it what it is. There's a fragile masculinity. But I don't necessarily like using those terms because you use those terms and people who never grew out of like the discourse and the dialogue from 6 or 7 years ago, they'll automatically shut down. They're like, no, we don't like that. Instead, what I like to broach it as is the manufactured, promoted fear of demasculinization, right? Like people making you question whether or not there's something biologically that is causing you to be somehow less masculine, and also that are telling you that the value of masculinity itself is somehow laudable and something that is a good thing that you could lose. And if you can lose it, you could be afraid that you're going to lose it. And if you're afraid, that means that they can control you to direct your behavior and probably your finances to combat that. When in reality, none of this is true. None of this is true. These are all esoteric, vaguely societally dictated concepts that really have no bearing or meaning in most people's lives. They just don't. They just don't. Like, if you, fellas, if you ever run into, I don't know, a prospective partner and she wants to know your T levels, you don't want to be with that person anyway. And if you're worried about your T levels, but they haven't mentioned it, the problem is you. And it's somebody who's like selling you some idea that there's something wrong with you. Just stop. Ignore them. Take that energy, and instead of watching these stupid YouTubers and these wellness coaches and these grifter motherfuckers, and go watch Star Trek. You know, or go paint something, or write something, or jack off. Literally anything, but listen to somebody that's going to make you feel like this is a problem and there's a dysfunction. It's weird. It's so weird. He looks like a Fallout 4 NPC, doesn't he? He super does. T levels are important, but it's TEA. True. I personally know ladies that could throw this boy around the way they would love to Jeff Holiday. Sure. Listen, all my love to the super buff muscle mummies out there, right? I'm always down for the struggle snuggle. I'm just going to shut the fuck up. Anyway, what else we got here? Darth Acutus, apparently 11 minutes ago. What cat did they cut those off of? One of the saber-toothed tiger zords. Oh, from the Uncle Mike video. Probably. Yeah, I'm going to say probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know if this one's going to play, but Samantha Ambergway says, frankly, the mass feminization of Western men isn't happening fast enough. Jeff is still a peak male specimen. What are we doing wrong? Listen. I might still be a beacon, dare I say, a heartthrob of hardcore, turgid, and stiff masculinity. But that doesn't mean, in the right circumstances, I can't pretend not to be. At least for the evening. You know. I'm very secure in my masculinity. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Anyway, Jesus Christ. I hate that kid so much. I keep getting his videos up in the Roundup just because they're so damn funny. All right. So next up, we are going to have some fun with another old school wingnut, and that is Frankie Boy. Oh my God, Frankie Boy. Frankie Boy has been having some trouble lately, largely because he's been going out and trying to have some surgeries to affirm his... There's a word for it. I'm not really quite sure what it is. But he went to try and fix his eyes. Now, usually, I am one of those people. I don't believe in making fun of people's appearances. But Frank routinely likes to make his money by making fun of people's appearances. And he elected to go and have a dodgy surgeon decide to perform a surgery on his eyes. And now he has to reap the consequences of those actions. So let's enjoy.
All right, guys, we're going to do an eye surgery update because it's had such a negative impact on every aspect of my life, business, personal, physical, mental. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like the end is in sight. Like, for those of you guys that aren't completely in the loop, we had cosmetic surgery back in November of last year. And, you know, it didn't seem like there were any negative possibilities. Like I was like, oh, worst case scenario, I'll just kind of look the same. But I was misled. I was not told all the possibilities and outcomes of the surgery, and I thought
I will say if this is true, that he was not warned about the repercussions of the surgery, obviously that sucks. Obviously that's terrible. Like, that is bad. And whoever did do that should be sued into oblivion. But also, Frankie.
Hey, I'd be happier, and maybe I could even take a break, go on vacation, actually have some fun, because I'm in my early 30s.
Oh, no, I missed the joke that I was going to make. No end in sight. I know. Fuck, I missed that joke. Fuck, I missed that joke. Fuck. I was thinking about that the whole time.
I've never had fun a day in my life, but instead, I'm spending 7 hours in my car every other week, driving to see doctors in New York.
Aww.
I've had 2 corrective surgeries since November, and it's still not fixed. I still don't look normal. I still look cross-eyed, and I'm still having vision issues. I still have double vision, and my vision literally goes blurry every second. So I'm very unhappy. I'm upset, and
I love it. It's the best. It's the best. It's good when bad things happen to bad people. Look, if you go and you look at his channel, it's literally nothing but him just crapping all over the way people look. Constantly. And I don't believe in karma. I don't actually believe in karma. But when I see it somehow existing, I think it's pretty cool. And I'm like, maybe there's something to it. Probably not. But I like the cut of your jib, karma. Pretty good. Karma got him good. Yeah, legit. Let's give him 30 more seconds, then we'll move on. I am wallowing in his misery just a little bit, and I think it's healthy.
Biggest thing for me is, like, I haven't really been able to do YouTube or TikTok or YouTube Shorts or post health and nutrition content, and I feel
the world is healing. The world is healing. Hooray! Okay, that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I was waiting for. Cheers. Cheers to Frank Tufano's impending end of his career. Eat shit, Frank. What a jerk. My Name is Earl ruined people's understanding of what karma is. I know, but My Name is Earl is an amazing TV show, so I don't care. I don't care what damage that did to people's, wider understanding and interpretation of like karma and karmic influences and things like that. Great show. Jason Lee is amazing. Anyway, if Frank really wanted to get healthy, I have a recommendation for him. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, just gotta do this, whatever this is. Just do this. I mean, they're doing it on the knees too, but really, like, just if you're gonna heal your eyes, just do this. There's a bunch of copywritten music, so we're not listening to it, but just do that. Just do that, right? Whatever that is. Right? It'll help, right? Right? I think so. Do I have any music I can play over this? I don't know. Here, let me see. What do I have? No. Oh, God. Now I'm just pressing random buttons. Oh, no.
Welcome to the cum zone.
No. That was
no.
That's not the one. No. That's not the one I wanted to press. Sorry. Whatever. You get the idea. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever, Jan. Whatever. What is it? Is it P? It's not P. That was not P. Just to let everybody know, that was ghee. That was actually a face mask of ghee. And in fact, like, here, let's take a look at this. That is a mask made of crafted butter and like flour like mixture with a pool of ghee to like soak into your eyes. That was the right button? I don't know if that was the right button. I don't think so. Why didn't I go to the DNC? I didn't get invited. I would have gone. That would have been interesting. Gee is not gay P. Sounds like my kink is karma. I have a lot of kinks, okay? We're not just going to narrow it down to one. Clarified butterfacial. Yes, it's literally a clarified butterfacial. Yes, that's what it is. You know? And then she opens her eyes and gets it real soaking in there. Like, where is it? Come on, open them. No, thank you. I'm good. What, me for POTUS? Dude, absolutely not. There's no no, in no way. All right, anyway, so from here, we're going to move on to something that's a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fun, a little bit more our speed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of non-determinate description, every month we check and we see if this month is going to be the month that everything changes, the month that he ascends, he casts off the mortal shell, these shaky, flaky remnants of his own mortal prison, and ascends up into the glorious multiscape, the broad, dark shadow, the Alpha, the Omega, the one and only, the beginning and the end, the great Black Dragon.
Well, have you seen enough yet? Have you experienced enough yet to understand the shape that this planet is in right now? Do you understand why I'm here? Do you understand why part of me isn't Trump? When you look into Trump's eyes, you know you're going to see the same thing that's inside these eyes.
Do you see? Look inside Trump's eyes. What do you see? Look inside my eyes. What do you see? The same eyes looking back at you. He and I bound together through the ether and the cosmos. Rah. That was good timing. Ooh. All right, anyway.
He's a part of me. He's one of the focal points within me, and he's big enough to be in two bodies at the same time. That's why he was in both Reagan and his own Trump body at the same time. But he's.
Let me tell you something. When you've partied as hard as I have, it's not that hard to be in two bodies, maybe even three. Sometimes, if you're really, really gymnastic, 4 bodies at the same time. It's possible. It's possible.
He's cranked up with more of my own energy now.
You can do 5 or more, but then you got to start using your feet, and a lot of people are just not into it.
People say, oh, it was God that made him, Trump turn his head. Oh, bullshit. It sure as hell wasn't. It was me out of the body, the part of me out of the body. It was me! There's still a teeny spark.
It was me,
left
fuckers!
Inside this body, which is just about to come out. When I say just about, I mean not before I finish this video, but I'm coming out now. Come. And while I've been getting myself out, all this other stuff has been put together. So people understand why everything that's going to happen, which a lot of people are going to call a tragedy, it's a blessing. It's creation's purge.
Creation's purge, right.
I'm taking out all the abusers.
What is this lore? Oh, we've got somebody new who doesn't know the Great Black Dragon. Okay, so, all right. I love explaining this. I don't mind. We'll take just a minute. I will explain. This is JRISX. He is a current physical incarnation of the Alpha and Omega, the Great Black Dragon, the creator and destructor, Lord of the Multiverse. So he is currently trapped in a prison of flesh, but he also has multifaceted aspects of his soul and his spirit energy that are in other people, like Donald Trump. He was in Ronald Reagan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. His previous past life was Gandhi, and before that was like a bunch of other fucking people. But he has been going around, as one would, as the creator and destructor of the entire cosmos, and spending his earthly time finding vulnerable people to crank up and go and telling them that they're more spiritual and psychic, and selling really stupid, shitty little crystal pyramids on his website and writing incoherent books, which is what you would expect the person that created the entire universe would do. Right? Right? And so now we've been watching him for the past 9 years say that he's dying, and any day now he will die, and then he will cast off his mortal remains and become the great black dragon and bring about the apocalypse. But so far, nothing quite yet.
Destroying every last one of them.
Ooh, Suxy Pumpkin. Did he say part of him is in Trump? Which part? His pee. It's his pee.
The people that have been tortured and over-abused, and they need to go home and healing, their bodies are going to drop dead. Almost all of them, you'll see the body. If there's a whole lot of bodies, some of them need to be turned to dust.
Yeah.
Not going to have disease going everywhere. The milder abusers, once I'm not going to go out and just destroy the spirit within, because that's who all of us really are.
I don't know what that means.
Not the body.
I don't know what any of that means.
I'm going to go inside.
It's okay.
I'm going to go in them and just literally turn it and pull a spirit out and turn the body to powder.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah.
I'm having a hard time. I had to make a list of talking points to try to get through this.
It's tough. As one grows older, one needs to make more lists. It's okay. You're going to turn people into powder. Fair. All the abusers. Fair. You know, maybe start talking more about how you're going to kill everybody's pets again. That was always a banger. People like it when you talk about that one. That one's good. Let's go.
It's me outside of the body talking through a dead piece of meat to give you this last video. The more aggressive abusers, I'm literally going to light on fire, create combustion inside the body, and you're going to watch them. Congress, all the rest of these idiots in all the different countries.
Sure.
They're going to, almost everyone in there is going to burn because they all suck.
Fuck them.
They're all abusers.
Fuck them.
The harder abusers, the real bad ones, I'm going to literally levitate them and burn them in the air.
So that's one of the things that I love about the Great Black Dragon. So this whole idea is glorious, holy retribution, right? All these people who have been abusers and taking advantage of other people, I'm going to burn them alive. I'm going to burn them alive. All these bad people, I'm going to burn them alive. But he can't help himself. He's such a goddamn Lord of the Rings nerd that, like, the worst of the worst is like, I'm going to lift them in the air with my mind, and then I'm going to burn them. It's got to look like a fucking movie to him. Because don't get me wrong, his death is about to signal the bring about of the new world, the new, like, metaphysical reality by which everything is changed. But we got to make sure it looks cool. It's got to look cool. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Who wants a boring apocalypse? Not me. Not me. Well, hello. You're wearing animal print bike shorts. Yeah. I didn't think you were going to be able to give me a break. Neither did they. What a surprise.
We rode 15 and a half miles today.
You rode 15 and a half miles today?
My favorite bridge, 15 and a half mile loop.
Well, now I feel like a fat piece of shit. That's fine. That's totally fine. Do you want to hang out with the chat a little bit while I go and use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, show me my crab people.
Yeah, she wants to see the crab people out here. All right, here. Yeah, take my shit. This. Am I standing on it? I don't think so. No, the cord's...
You were standing on the headphone cord.
Do you want to fight about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fight me.
Fight.
You don't need to mess with that. I just hold on to it. So you every time you move it down, and then you're just gonna have to move it back up when you come back because I just hold on to it.
I'll be right back.
Oh, look at all the crabs in the chat. My crab people. What's up, guys? Oh, he didn't give me like another video to watch. I thought I was gonna watch video with you. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to hang out with me and yeah, hi. That's so many crabs. I don't know if you guys are seeing the chat on screen. My parents are in my living room watching this right now. My dad is in town, and I haven't seen them in 2 years, and so they brought their bicycles down. Hang on. They brought their bicycles down and took them on the bike path that goes along the river here in Eugene, and I took them to my favorite bridge, and it is such a gorgeous view, but that whole loop is 15.5 miles, and we are very tired. We were very tired. We were going to go like walk around an antique mall, and no, we're sleepy. So we were hanging out in the living room watching the Roundup. Show the crab. I'm not going to show my butt tattoo, my dad. My dad is in the living room watching this. No, I'm not showing the crab. Jeff can show the crab. He has his own crab. Hello, Memory's parents. She's awesome, and so are you. Thank you, Erdania. Love you. Hey, Dad, I don't know if you can see the chat on the screen right now, but they're all saying, hey, Mem's dad. Huge fan of your work. Aw, tell your parents we love you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. They're good people. Somebody donated $2 through Super Chat. Oh, hello, and then my cousin is peeking through. It's just a family affair here right now. Cousin Matt. On a different kind of bike. Yeah, we rode bicycles, not motorcycles today. Also, so I don't know if any other like biker has this problem, but when you ride your motorcycle a lot and then you go to ride a bicycle, does anybody else have trouble for like the first couple of minutes getting used to it? Because like I had to practice this morning because I the last time that this happened, I was only on a motorcycle for maybe like a month, and then I went to go on a bike ride with my friend, and I forgot that this is the front brake and not a clutch. So I went to like shift gears to go faster and like slammed on the brakes. Thankfully that didn't happen this morning because I practiced, but yeah, has that happened to anybody else?
It's so hot in here now. Ugh.
It's getting hot in here. The chat wants to see your crab.
My crab?
Mm-hmm. Well, they said they wanted to see my crab, and I said no. My dad's here.
Oh, true. True. Alright, fine.
I said they can see your crab.
Yeah, they can see my crab. It's fine.
Yeah. For the people that don't know the lore, 2 years ago? That's Jeff's. He's got Zoidberg tattooed with a like thought bubble. A couple years ago, I said if somebody donated $100, then I would get a crab tattoo. And you guys went above and beyond and donated enough that Jeff got a crab tattoo.
Sure did.
So I have a Salish Native American crab on my thigh. Is this my thigh or is this my hip? My hip. I have a hip.
Booty.
My booty's over here. This is my hip. I have a hip crab. But still. What? What?
Alright. Let's do this.
One more hour?
Yep, 1 more hour.
And then we're gonna...
Less than an hour, and then we're gonna go get some food.
Yes!
So, your cousin...
Mm-hmm.
Your cousin decided to come back over. He's outside.
I know, he popped in.
And I was peeing.
Oh.
When he walked right in on me, and it was like, hoo-ah!
Yeah.
Hoo-ah!
Should have peed on him.
I should have peed on him?
Mm-hmm.
I probably should have peed on it. That's true. That's true. All right. Thank you very much. Memory holiday, everybody. Memory holiday. So I need to address something that's actually pretty important. So Crash said, because of the thumbnail, I was kind of expecting you to actually be wearing a Starfleet uniform for this roundup. So I got something just for you, actually. Hang on. 1 second. So Memory's cousin actually got this for me. I think this is from Lower Decks. I think so. I'm not gonna wear it for very long because it's warm in here. But there you go. What? Indeed. Dismissed. So this is the only I have a next generation style bathrobe that's blue, like medical. I like that one a lot. I did at one point have another next generation shirt, but it's like a costume one that was very cheap and it fell apart really super bad. But I do have this one. I like the style of it, but it's not from any of the Treks that I really like. So, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. You know, I'm ripping some Trek. So we'll leave this on long enough for one video. One video we'll leave this on. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it? Like the piping on it and everything. Can we talk about men's fashion for a minute? I am very pissed that in the age of us having to always wear like suits or just t-shirts or God forbid fucking polos, that we live in this major futuristic society, but we don't have like a standard like style that looks kind of like how we see the superheroes with like the piping and like the like cyberpunk clothes and shit. Can't we have the cyberpunk clothes now? Wouldn't that be cool? I would totally wear that shit. Totally. I'd be super down for that. I would like it a lot. I'd rock that shit all day, every day. Do my best Riker impression. I need a chair. Let's pretend there's a chair here. Hello, Captain. Yeah, that's my Riker impression. Because the motherfucker's so goddamn tall, he can't sit in a chair normal. He's a mutant. An absolute mutant. KIGF has become a contributor. Says, biggest bad black dragon power unleash. Indeed. Carabella News says, in Supernatural, God wrote crappy paperbacks that mirrored what happened in the show. He must have gotten the idea from there. Probably. Yeah, I would agree. Probably. We do. It's called fetish wear. Oh, come on. The Tron line from Shein. I would wear, dude, I would legit wear, if I could buy Tron clothes, I would wear Tron clothes every day. All the time. I'm super into it. Super into it. I love that kind of shit. I'm down. All right, so let's check in with our favorite occultist author, S. Rob. Now, for those who don't know, S. Rob had this idea that he was going to go to an Emirates job fair or something in the UK, and he was going to save all of the witches and warlocks being persecuted by the Arabs. I don't think that's a thing, but he thought it was a thing, by going to the job fair and showing everybody that actually, the witches and the warlocks are very nice people. And so he did go. He went to the open day, and apparently he got kicked out, I guess.
Hi everyone, my name's S. Rob.
Hello, S. Rob.
Today is a day that I deliberately cock up the Emirates Open Day in Newcastle. I need something to write about, and I think it's going to be interesting. People tend to write about things going right, so I'm going to think about things going wrong. I'm going to try to be subtle, but at the same extent, I'm going to shove in the fact that I'm an occultist and write books on occultism, because that's banned in the Middle East. So that's a good start.
the fact that people think I'm Moses, that's a good one. I'm going to put that in. Maybe put that in on the CV if I have to put something.
Wait, did he just say that he's Moses? That he's Moses?
You win. I'll do that. I'm not going to wing it. I've been a good start. I'm wearing the wrong stuff. The jacket's ripped. You see, I've got the shirt is black, not white, and there's no tie.
Yeah.
I'm wearing jeans instead of trousers, so it's not a suit. And I'm even wearing, this is the perfect thing, I'm wearing hiking boots. I'm wearing grey hiking boots. Which I think is a brilliant, brilliant start, because there's no way you won't hire anybody for a job as cabin crew wearing hiking boots. Hiking boots don't go with a suit, or even what I'm wearing.
Excuse me, hiking boots absolutely go with a suit, and anybody who says otherwise is a fucker, and they can kiss my ass. No, hiking boots go with everything.
They don't fit. Everything's black except for them and the grey. So I'm thinking that's a really good start. So I think I'm making a good start on things. So wish me luck.
I am going to wish you luck.
Well, I'm in the taxi now, travelling to the Emirates Open Day.
Okay.
Feeling a weeny bit tired already, but it should be fine. Okay. See you on the other side.
Okay.
Well, my plan of getting thrown out the Emirates Open Day was 1,000% successful. The original plan was to get some idea about how to not pass it, do some dark magic, tell people that I am, that fans of mine think that I am Moses, the Ascended Master.
Right, Moses. You're going to tell everybody that you were Moses, the Ascended Master. Good, sure.
And get tossed out. All I had to do was mention that my customer service experience was doing readings, and there was lots of whispering, and I was out so fast, the door nearly hit me arse on the way out.
Boom!
Is that a result or not? I'm not certain.
I don't know either, buddy. I don't know either. So I guess the long story short is it just didn't go very well. I guess this is actually a good point to make mention. Now, it's not 100% confirmed yet. It's 95% confirmed. 95% confirmed that I will actually be in Birmingham, UK, in November. I will be there for the Motorcycle Live Expo in Birmingham. And I will finally get across the pond and get to see some people. 95% confirmed. I cannot guarantee you that it is absolutely going to happen yet until I get full confirmation from my other job. But some people are saying we should invite S-Rob to come and meet up and maybe have a pint. I would love that. I think that would be great. Can you imagine? We'd have to get some photo ops, me and S-Rob, and everybody else hanging out with us together. Like, God, maybe we could do some voodoo balloonology. We could summon some Papa Legba using modeling balloons. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be rad? Dude, I would love that. That would be so awesome. I want to cast some black magic with S-Rob. Dude, absolutely. I'm not some people. Well, there's a lot. Do you want me to list off the amount of people that I hopefully will get a chance to hang out with if all of this goes according to plan? Most of my mods are all in Europe. I guess technically the UK doesn't like to be called in Europe anymore. It's the same general area. CBG Crash says, "Hi, memory." And Brooksy10 says, "Ghee in your eyes sounds like a recipe for conjunctivitis that only more ghee can cure, or maybe just go full chili juice." You could always just go full chili juice, but I always say never go full chili juice. Don't ever do it. The Bike Expo is great there. I'm really looking forward to it as well. I'm really looking forward to it. I love motorcycles, and I am very much looking forward to being in jolly old England. I tell you what. In it, bruv. Tuesday. See? I'm already ready to go. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's going to be great. I'm not getting arrested. Anyway, I was going to take this off, but maybe I need to leave the Starfleet uniform on long enough for this video. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go.
Okay, my friends. This is
another shocker du jour. Do I have that? I don't even have that programmed in this one. That's what drives me nuts. I'm like my soundboard. I have to like go through all these different settings to get this one.
Okay, my friends, another shocker du jour.
Shocker du jour.
Death orgy.
Yeah. All right, sweet, cool. All right, and we're back. Let's go.
This is really kind of serious. You know, I have been talking about light, and everything in the ancient text talks about we are children of the light. We come from the light. Literally is what it says. Now, here's what I have discovered. The only place that particles come from of light is on its own accord, and this is exactly what it says in the ancient text, is from where the particles come of their own accord creates life. And here's the only accord.
What the fuck does any of that mean? Particles of light come only from where they come from their own accord. The fuck does that mean? What in the fucking holy shit balls does that mean? What do you mean? What?
They're coming out of the sun. Now, this is a solar eclipse, but all of these particles are coming out of the sun.
Yeah, sure.
Just automatically. There's no...
Just cause.
Nobody has to plug it in or anything.
Yeah. Nobody's got to like hit a button. They just happen, right? They just happen. Like they just happen without anybody having to like make them happen. Yes. And
just shoots out particles.
Sure.
Which means of its own accord. Now, what is the web of life? These are the only particles that exist are particles of light, sunlight.
No, there are lots of different particles, Roger. There are more particles than just photons. Light is an interaction of photons. There are a lot of different particles, Roger. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Dipole electron flood theory. Everything is made of particles that are little tiny dipoles. So instead of a proton being a big thing like that, it's little tiny dipoles.
No.
And that's what's shooting off the sun.
No. Absolutely not. Every proton is made of 3 quarks. 3 quarks. We know what a proton is made out of. 3 quarks. We get it. We know what the fuck is going on. It's made of little tiny light dipoles. No!
There's all these little bitty particles like this.
No!
And some big chunks too, but mostly it's light. And that light spreads out through the universe and ends up hitting us and every other thing that it hits. And whatever it hits grows. Those particles are not nothing. They hit, and normally they stick.
Okay, if you're talking about photons, if you're talking about light, and it hits things, they're not nothing. Technically, they're massless. So actually, yes, they are nothing. They are a form of radiation, but they're not. Oh my god. He does really like the word particles. He has no idea how physics works. This is really, really bananas.
And then they grow. And in our case, it's plants. Plants absorb that light and they grow. And then
plants don't just absorb light and grow. Plants absorb photonic energy, which is a form of radiation, which they then use in their own mass and their own biological faculties to then promote a type of growth. Yes, but it's not like they take in the light and then they just get bigger. That's so dumb. That's like a 5-year-old's understanding of physics. What the fuck?
And everything feeds off of that growth, and then we end up feeding off of the growth of all these other things. And it's a web of life. Light is the raw material.
Literally
light
not.
Is the raw material for life.
Literally is not. Light doesn't have any mass. Literally is not. Okay. I'm actually gonna lose my fucking mind. I know there's no testicle reference. I know. Usually we like to, when we watch Modern Fossil University videos, we want to hear Roger say, balls. The balls of Mars. I'm the particle now absorbed. I'm trying. Okay. But here's the thing. Roger is currently now dealing with a problem that we see oftentimes with a bunch of wingnuts, which is he has seemingly found what he believes an expertise in one area, which makes him feel very smart. Very, very smart and oh so fucking special. Which means that he thinks if he comes up with an idea born out of total ignorance of how the actual material world and the science of it exists and works, he's probably right. But he's wrong. Roger should absolutely keep showing us videos of giant spherical rocks and being like, those are alien balls. Or like a cave and be like, that's a giant rock vagina. Those are great. They're great. But the moment he steps into the physics arena, he is showing his whole fucking asshole, and he needs to cease. Cease immediately. You do not know physics. Take one basic Khan Academy course for like one day, and you will feel like a fucking idiot. Please stop. Please. 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 Jesus Christ. I think I'm more triggered by that than like some of the other really aggressive and angry videos that we had to deal with before. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I can't help it. I'm a nerd. Certain things make me mad. And I have to come to terms with that. Certain things will always make me more mad, and usually it's people taking something that all it really requires is like a couple of days of kind of getting a refresher and an understanding of what it is and be like, okay, I think I was wrong. And you could just do that. Because, like, I don't know everything. I have to look things up all the time. My brain is rotted from years and years of constant abuse. So I have to constantly refresh these types of things. Never in my life have I been to a point where I'm like, I just know. Never. Ever. Never. I have, at times, briefly showed my own ass by saying something wrong. But when I've been proven wrong, I'm like, I'm embarrassed. You know. And that's how you're supposed to react. All right. Anyway, time for some Remedy H. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's have some fun. This is called No Forgiveness.
Brothers, sisters, this is a short message. And this was sent to me by a brother. And it was asked to convey this message over. Okay? I'm going to always be honest where my messages come from. I'm not going to say the brother, but he's an Instagram follower. It says, Great Mother says they cannot be forgiven. She says they cannot be forgiven. She remembers everything. She remembered how they burnt her to the ground. The Great Mother Tree was burnt to the ground.
When? By whomst?
By these evil-ass inbreds. Great Mother says she will never forgive them. She will never forgive them. And this is why right now they're getting double, not even double, they're getting quadruple the energy that they put in to burn down the mother trees and to hew down the other trees. They're getting quadruple the energy. They will burn.
Okay.
And the Great Mother, I connected with Great Mother, and Great Mother says
Okay. I have a few questions. Now, we've been watching Remedy H for a long time, and we know who he doesn't like. We know who he doesn't like. I don't know what he's referring to as far as like the burning of the mother tree and whomst exactly was supposed to burn down the mother tree. But I have a feeling he's kind of implying that like the people that will suffer the repercussions of burning the mother tree whenever that happen is probably me. And I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. He's playing too much Warcraft 3. Probably. Yeah, probably.
I hate them.
Really?
The Great Mother says, I hate them. Y'all, do y'all understand what's going on?
Nope.
So many of the original people have literally turned an about face on nature, but that's all right.
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 The Great Mother says, it's time for the separation.
It's all right.
And she separates.
It's all
you know
right.
what happens? She destroys. Yes. No forgiveness.
No forgiveness. No forgiveness.
There's no forgiveness whatsoever.
No
brothers and
forgiveness.
sisters. She said they burnt me to the ground. The Great Mother Tree. They burnt the Mother Tree to the ground. And they celebrated at our fall. See, our powers are in the trees, brothers and sisters. Our powers are in the trees. The trees is our source of power. They know our source of power. There's so many brothers.
All right. Anyway. Apparently the Earth Mother. Wait, hang on. The Earth Mother says that they're all going to be burnt down to the ground. Burnt down to the ground. Burnt down to the ground. Yep. Indeed. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Fuck. Okay. I'm looking at my timing, and I want to make sure that I have everything in line for exactly the right kind of like timing. So, before we watch this next video, we're gonna go back to Jimmy Payne, and we're gonna do a lotto like we do sometimes. This video is 3 hours long, so I need from you, all of you guys. This is where we're all gonna do like a live viewer roulette, and I want you to type in a time code right now, sometime between 1 second and 3 hours. Include the hour, the minute, and the second. Type it in the chat right fucking now, and I'm gonna randomly choose one of you guys, and we're gonna go and check out on this video what Jimmy Payne has to say. Yeah, that'll give us a good 5, 6, 7 minute little padding before we get into this last little stretch of the roundup, because holy freaking dog shit, the last bit of the roundup is going to be bananas. There we go. I love you so much. You guys are blessing me so much right now. Let's see. Oof. Which one? Shadow Tears Studio 21642. I chose that with absolutely no priority, no nothing. Where was it? Shit. 21640. We can do 21640. All right. So, if for some reason this is a bust, it's all Shadow Tears Studio fault. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, let's see what we got. Rolling the dice on this one.
Now, when I came back a couple of days later.
Yeah.
And the same thing is repeated for me, except one thing.
Okay.
I have Mona with me. I took Mona.
Oh, he had Mona.
I was ordered to bring Mona back.
Right. He had Mona with him. Mona.
And the only thing I can recall of my trip back is that sometime during the trip, and I believe it once she got oxygen, she came back alive.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I remember is looking in Mona's eyes. And Mona, could you bring her picture back up?
Yeah, let's
James?
see Mona.
I need to show you something.
Yeah,
Sure.
let's see this.
Look on that.
The picture where she looks kind of dark in the face. Not that one.
Which one?
There, right there, to left bottom. Well, the left, right there to the far right. That to go to the other one. That picture there.
Yeah, yeah.
See that one to the left?
Mm-hmm.
Now go to the right, one picture up. To the far right. Far right, James.
Which one is
you see her eyes there?
Yeah, we see it. We see it.
It looks like the eyelids are closed.
Her eyes are open. See the whites of her eyes?
Mm. I guess so. If it's like a big, long,
slanted.
Slanted
you
eyes.
See the eye to the left? Looks like it's got two pupils.
To the left, like over here. This one here.
No, James. Go back to the first
No,
picture.
James.
Okay.
That's the
Stay on the
center,
first picture.
James.
This one here.
Okay, stay on those pictures. See those little spots in her eyes?
That right there.
Right. Right.
Look to the other eye.
Yeah.
Look, she's got more than one eye. See those pupils? See the pupils?
Jimmy Payne, those are dots. Those are dots. They're dots on an old. Fuck me.
Her eyes.
Is that another one there?
There's one. Go down below it. There's one there. James, don't jerk the screen so much. Don't jerk the screen.
Stop fucking
I know,
around,
but
James.
You're jerking the screen too much.
Stop fucking
She's got
around.
more than one pupil in her eye.
Listen, James.
She has maybe 3-4 pupils in each eye.
So does that mean she's like an insect?
Well, that's a good question about the insects.
Is it really?
I think because she communicates with locusts. Like a fly has many eyes.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. She doesn't have to turn her eye any particular way. She's able to see out of each pupil.
Yeah.
She can see spectrums of light that we can't see.
See speculums of light we can't see.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
But she has several pupils on her eye. She has one eye, but she has several pupils in there.
Sure.
All I remember was that she came to and she got right up in front of my face and she looked me in the eye.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I remember. So I have and it's very unusual for me not to have a memory. Because every time I worked at Camp Hero, they would tase me with a taser, but my memories.
Strangely enough, I've been tased a lot, and I didn't forget nothing. But then the Mona Lisa, with her 5 or 6 pupils in her eye, stared at me, and I just blacked out.
Always came back. I'm one of these guys that no matter how you tase me, sooner or later my memory comes back.
You know, I have to echo what Jimmy's saying here. The last time I was cornered by an interdimensional alien that also had historical connotations, Virgin Mary, that had multiple pupils in her eyes, 8. It's not a contest, though. I also blacked out when she crawled on top of me. I have no idea what happened.
Wow, because they thought you wouldn't remember anything.
Well, I'm very unique. You can tase me, disorient me, but it always comes back. But for some reason, I have no recall of my trip back, and she is very much awake in that craft. But when I get back to Earth, what I did was I'm in my suit, and I decompressurized the spacecraft. That much I knew. And because you wear your helmet when you're descending going down through the atmosphere to the ocean.
We've seen the movies, yes.
And I believe that she went back to sleep when we were on the surface.
Cool.
And then
cool.
Because I'm on my oxygen.
Sure.
In my spacecraft, my air in my spacecraft, in my suit. I'm in my suit. I have my own air. There's no air in the spacecraft. So she's asleep. And they, like I said, the frogmen come out. They attach a rope to the capsule. They wheel me into the ballistic tube on the submarine. And the same procedure is repeated, except it's just me and the other astronaut.
And Mona was nowhere to be seen. She was gone like a leaf in the wind. All right, anyway, that was fun. Yami Jack says, damn it, I come on to say I love you, Jeff. And I come to Timo Nick Fury doing some weird growl language. And, of course, weirdos in a panel. Why do you hate your star-crossed lover, Jeff? I don't. You and me, Yami, we are simpatico. I miss you. Hope you are well. Hope you and yours and your beautiful partner are doing amazing. Amazing, amazing. Amazing, amazing. All right, so, listen. We just got to hear some wild, interesting, fascinating evidence in the galactic politics of outer space. But if we want to hear it straight from the source, we need somebody, dare I say, a hero, somebody that can cut through the chaff, somebody that can directly get a psychic link between them and those who are in control of our destiny in the stars. We need an illusionist. We need a channeler. We need Sam, the illusionist. Let's go, Sam.
We are the Pleiadians now, and we greet you all in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. We, the Pleiadians, are here to offer our thoughts and insights.
Awesome.
Through this instrument's inner heart. And we recommend all beings who shall listen to our message to trust the inner heart and only accept those thoughts which resonate, leaving behind those thoughts that do not resonate. Firstly, with regards to the queries which are presented today, we shall now address and answer the aspects of the query related with what is the truth about a video from the location known as CERN showcasing individual entities and cloaks performing a ritualistic offer.
Okay, listen. Extraterrestrial Borat, can you please get to the fucking point? Holy shit! There's only so much life we have to live in this tiny, infinitesimal universe. So many precious seconds, so many precious minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years that we can spend with our loved ones. And you are choosing right now to abuse that privilege and to make us wait. Get to the fucking point! Fuck me! Oh my god.
To the entity known as Shiva's statue. Firstly, we the Pleiadians shall answer and address the inquiry about these events. The incident which has been queried about is but a surface report on the vast ocean of cosmic understanding. What appears as controversy to those still bound by the illusions of your third density is merely a reflection of—
I feel like you are maybe wasting my time. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't do it. Let's try. Okay. Let's scoot up here. Maybe he finally gets to the point. Let's try this.
Memory complexes are part of the illusion of separation that allows for the diverse experiences of the creators. At the deepest level, all social memory complexes are unified in the one infinite creator. As entities progress through 6th density and into the 7th.
Okay. Okay. Hi. I knew somebody like this at one point. A long time ago. A long time ago. I knew somebody that wasn't really a friend of mine, but they were like a tertiary friend of mine. Like, I would go in there, get coffee, and that person would be there. And we kind of like talk and chat and have like an interaction. And it was fine. But if they got just a little bit excited about what they were talking about, or heaven forbid they ever had any alcohol, they would start to get into them talking about what they believed. And they talked just like this guy. And I always found it really fascinating because it's kind of like if you replace intelligence with taking the most long-form, fancy-sounding vocabulary words that mean literally nothing, but you flood your head with them so much that they seem to make kind of a sense, and you intentionally give up putting even an ounce of thought into the words that you hold true, and instead just be like, intentional frequency from 5-dimensional reality to different levels of being to which we feel of the... Like, it is very possible, and it's not even that hard. So I've known people like this. What I have learned about people like this is that despite the fact that they have this immense, wild knowledge about something that's not real and seems to sound very intellectual, if you ask them to do the most simple, basic tasks in society, like, I don't know, could you maybe calculate some sales tax? They can't do it. But they could explain to you how the Arcturians are somehow changing the interdimensional reality between our perception shift and those coming from the extraplanar world. How to tap in fact, to the Akashic Record, to gain that sorcery and that knowledge, to combat it with powers of intention and sub-reality, to push back their own negative forces and instead bring forth the true feeling of benefit and positive affirmations into the world. And you'd ask them, what does that mean? And they'd say, good things will happen. Oh. That's good. Like, if you've never met somebody like that, I hope you get a chance to do it because they're fascinating. They're absolutely fascinating. That's what started my love for Wingnuts, is meeting people like that and being like, I noticed you wear Velcro shoes. That's mean. I don't actually mean that. I'm just being a jerk. Cat a kitten. I went to the doctor last week. Blood tests all came out normal. They said I was missing the Hep A vaccine. I said, do her up and got the shot right away. And this is before a uterine biopsy, so I was hurting a little bit extra, but whatever. I'll be okay. Well, good on you for being proactive and getting them vaccines. Vaccines are safe. Science is real. Trans rights. Love is love. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. All right, sweet. We're in the pipe now. 5 by 5. Almost to the end. We see the goal in sight. Now, we're not yet to the gross videos. We got one video that's weird, and then we'll get to the gross videos. But we're right there, baby. We're right there. Are you ready? You've been sticking with me this fucking long? You're troopers? You're warriors of the Roundup? Let's do this shit. Let's go. Let's go.
Because you're going to have a radical change. hold on. Just relax. Breathe and relax. Good. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. Oh, there it is.
Sorry?
Feel that restriction? Wow.
So, to give some context, the guy with the gray hair used a towel, grabbed this guy's tongue, and just ripped it until it tore. Because there's a lot of things that you can do with the human tongue. A lot. I used to hang out with a lot of body mod people. They did like tongue extensions, tongue splitting, like things like that. When you pop a tongue, you're tearing little membranes in the back of where your tongue initially is connected to the back of your jaw. After those are torn, the next one to tear is actually on the bottom. And you don't want to do that because that's pretty dangerous. But they literally are tearing this guy's tongue kind of out of his mouth.
It just like popped. It was a big pop like a champagne. Wow.
Yes, that's not supposed to happen.
Emotional? Wow, so good. And yeah, great. Yeah. You guys all felt the emotion.
If some weird hippie tore my tongue, I would not hug him. I would touch him, but those touches would not be friendly. What the fuck?
You go for what? The tongue is the strongest muscle in the entire neck.
That's
all the
not
way
true.
Down into the stomach esophagus.
That's
It's
also not true.
It's just like it supports the diaphragm,
Right.
and the connection goes all the way to the big toe.
Your tongue goes all the way down to the big toe. Well, which big toe? Also, bullshit. Totally not true. Also, what's up with this pretty lady? What's she gonna do?
You're next. Oh no.
Oh.
No?
Yeah.
Smart decision. Smart decision. Just say no. When a wingnut wants to tear your tongue out of your head, just say no. Just say no. All right, anyway. Content warning. Rest of the videos, they're fucking gross. If you're not cool with it, get the fuck out. Let's go. I'm into it. Same people. The human garage. Same people. This is the guy. Keep in mind, this is the guy putting his fucking fingers in people's mouths and ripping their tongues out.
Gary, what are you doing?
Ugh.
Oh, you got me. I'm actually going to have my cocktail. This is the urine for urine therapy. If you haven't tried it, you got to try it. I'm going to put diatomaceous earth, and I'm going to put some boron here. It balances the exact match of your pH, and if your body's not trying to fight to balance pH within all the internal systems, and it's not trying to balance your blood, then it has all that energy, it turns back into healing the body.
That's not true. That is not true. First and foremost, the pH of your body is always regulated. It is always exactly where it needs to be, and you do not need to fucking influence it. Ever. And even if for some reason your pH is a little out of fucking whack, that is not going to impact your ability to heal. Absolutely not. You, sir, are making an excuse to drink piss. Just drink the piss. Stop being a fucking wuss about it. Just drink the piss. Just say, I like to drink piss, and drink the piss.
We have diatomaceous earth. We have boric acid. And then, since I'm a little bit of a connoisseur, I'm going to actually use a little bit of lime in here. Who wants more information? We have an NIH report.
Look at this fancy motherfucker. Look at this fancy motherfucker over here like, ooh, I want to make sure my piss cocktail is super, super fancy. Ooh, la, la, la.
On uses of boron and how it helps the body. Everything from bone health to gut health to parasitic control. It's super powerful. Okay. Lime. Lime squisher. You really got me today.
He's so excited to drink his own piss, isn't he?
Yeah. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of water in it. Okay. Because I make a mess of it. So.
You made a mess of it when making a piss cocktail? Don't tell me that when you have to share a kitchen with people. What the fuck is wrong with you? Come on.
Don't have cheese.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Yeah, you put the lime in the pee-pee and they drink it all down. I don't know. You know, every time I walk around a shared living space with a fucking a container full of piss, everybody gets mad at me. Got to find better places to have a communal living space where people don't get so judgy. Yes, I know it's in a 2-liter Mountain Dew bottle, and I still haven't pulled up my pants. But listen, I'm just trying to get healthy. I hate this so much. Anyway, here's number 2.
So I'm the leech doctor. Today we are treating Dr. Targol in an Ayurvedic clinic that she owns in San Clemente. We are going to start hirudotherapy practice here.
Hirudo.
Dr. Targol will be doing this for patients in her Ayurvedic.
I do apologize. I can't turn it up any louder than what it is right now. So just turn on your active listening skills here.
Medical practice, and I'm very, very psyched to assist her.
So we usually start with the liver. That helps to clear the pathways for the flow. Also for the liver detox. Then here I'm doing a little stomach. I'm also doing my foot, my ankle, because
Yeah, they decided that all of the dialogue that's important was going to be at like negative 12 decibels, but all of the pops were going to be at like plus 15 decibels. While we have a video about leeches. By the way, I don't know if you guys picked up on that or not. Those are leeches. Just putting it out there.
I have some arthritis that's been bothering me. Okay. And
Jesus fucking
the
Christ.
feeling I had in the beginning, you just feel like a little sting. It's a little sting, but they have numbing agents. So shortly after, it just goes away.
Please come to see us in San Clemente.
Please come to see us in San Clemente. We will put a bunch of leeches upon your body. We will put... Oh my god, he's even got a logo of the leech doctor. What the fuck? Ew. And the thing is, there is actually a reason to, like, engage in some of those old-timey sorts of things. There is a reason to, like maggot therapy. You can actually utilize, in a real clinical setting, maggot therapy to eat away desiccated tissue. It is a thing. You don't have to, but it's not bad, and it does have a use. Leeches? I feel like there's probably a better way to do it. But, you know, if you're bored and rich and want somebody to put leeches on your body, now you know where to go. Because that's really what it's designed for. Anyway, here's our last video of the Roundup. I hope you enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to share this video with you. It is one of my favorite videos I have seen in probably 6 months. It is amazing. Here we go.
So what we're doing is we're releasing the beautiful hummus, and instead of just, you know, shooting it into a Kleenex and flushing it down the toilet, what we're going to do is we're going to take that beauty cream, because that's really what it is. It's got spermidine, it's got nerve growth factor, it's got oxytocin, glucose, serotonin, dopamine, and we're going to put it on the largest organ of our body, our skin. You know, dudes, we need to be rugged and masculine, but we also need to be fucking beautiful. We need to attract those ladies. Got to take care of our skin as we age, brothers, especially if you're exposed to, you know, UV light and different things like that. So what I want you to do is just rub your beautiful hummus onto your face after you shoot it out, and it will not only beautify you and make you more attractive to the opposite sex, it will also help you reabsorb the testosterone and the oxytocin.
And there you go. And do you know what we have to say about that? Come. Hang on. I got a great idea. Here we go. Let's do this. Hang on. No.
I did everything right, and they indicted me.
Didn't mean to hit that one. Here we go.
Welcome to the Cum Zone. Only come inside anime girls. Quivering clit, double-jointed pussy. Fresh balls. Elegant ejaculation. First the kiss, then the cum. My dick is in love with pain.
All right. Anyway, I gotta stop. My in-laws are literally watching right now in the living room. I gotta stop with this. I gotta stop. Anyway, yes, that was the Wild Naked Man deciding that we all, fellas, are better off doing the most proactive skincare routine by just rubbing our hummus on our faces or something. I'm going to go ahead and say, now I'm not a doctor, but I'm just going to go ahead and say, don't do that. Controversial? I know. Or if you want to do that, don't tell anybody about it and just have fun. Do whatever you want, just don't make a video about it, okay? That's my recommendation. Anyway, CBG Crash says no! Carabella News says doctors use leeches after surgery, especially after limb reattachment. If there's problems with circulation, they can actually help a lot. I thought so, but I didn't want to speak out of turn because I have not researched the applicable uses of leeches in a very long time. So I didn't want to be fact checked by one of you smart people. All right, everybody. So just a couple of quick messages before we take off here. Again, I am going to be mostly focusing. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I already read that one. Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. I am going to be mostly focusing on trying to build back a catalog of our old friend MP's videos, and making sure like his debunking efforts are going to be maintained. So that's what I'm going to be working towards. I am going to be talking about it through Patreon and through my Discord. So if you want to be part of the conversation, please, by all means, even if you don't have money for Patreon, join the Discord. We'll start having conversations. I'll try and talk to my staff in the Patreon and see if we can get like some good topics talking in a way that we can both recreate what he made and also be respectful of like, that kind of content. So I invite you to that. I think it'd be great.
I'm going to need a double dose of Jezebel to deal with this month's wingnuttery. 10/10ths would watch again. Excited for Birmingham. Less than 3.
Less than 3 right back at you. I'm excited for Birmingham as well. It's going to be way too much fun. We will have a great time. And again, to let everybody know, because of scheduling, the next Wingnut Roundup is probably going to be a little bit shorter than it usually would be. I'll see if I can find something really fun to do to make up for that, but I will do my best. But again, as always, as every single month, the most important thing to me personally is that you showed up, I showed up, and we got to, once again, spend this little bit of time together and have some fun and play here in the Wingnut Roundup. I hope that you are well. I hope that your families are well. We should spread nothing but safe positivity, love, appreciation, and respect for all of our friends and even our goddamn enemies out there. Let's go out and be some decent people, yeah? Somebody has to. I love you. I'll see you in 1 fucking month. Or, well, half a month. Bye, everybody. Bye. Have a great time.
Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my